What's going on, brother?
I've already had to get cooked today by a ticket about how he was right about Philly.
Oh
So
boy,
yeah, he's coming for you next. He's made that
I,
clear.
I can't wait. And to be kind of honest with you, and the reason why I can't wait, Mars, is because you know what this reminds me of. This reminds me of the guy who his wife just got out of rehab, and she just got a job, and she's fantastic. She looks great, right? But we all know, the chick that's going to go missing for 3 days, that we got to go find her. Oh, she's going to be around. Don't worry. So that 12 point, 7 rebound, 5 turnover, 2 for 14 game. Oh, that's coming. Don't worry.
So James Harden's going to relapse. That's what you're
Don't
saying.
worry. Don't worry, Mars. It's going to happen. I know that. I know what you saw. It looked great yesterday. 100%. It looked fantastic. He looked like, I'm not going to say he looked like James Harden of old, because I saw him. He had Al Horford out high, and he basically had him one-on-one and took him to the basket, and he laid it up. And I'm thinking 5 years ago, James Harden would have punched that, right? So the athleticism has dwindled. So he's not as athletic as what he used to be, right? But he's still got a lot of the goods. And in the words of the great Toby Keith, I'm as good once as I've ever been, 100%. But with that being said, who do we know James Harden to be when the bets get higher? Unfortunately, and with that look on your face, Miles, it's almost like it pains you to say it.
Like Philly's my pick,
right?
So
that's what makes it even worse, because these are your guys, and you don't want to say, oh, I got to prepare myself for this to happen, because it's going to happen. We all know it. At some point, it's going to come, and not only is it going to come, Mars, it's going to come at a crucial moment. It's not going to come like in the first or the second game. No, we're talking about like game 5 or something like that. But it's coming. Don't you worry about that. It's coming. What I don't want to do is I don't want to take away from what Philly did yesterday. And I don't just mean James Harden. Philly was awesome as a unit. I thought that Maxey, even though he wasn't as efficient, I thought he really put a lot of pressure on Boston's defense. Not only did he put a lot of pressure on Boston's defense, they did a good job of confusing Boston. And what I want you to do, Mars, is I want you to pay attention more to Marcus Smart defensively and his communication. Because what he does is he screws them up a lot. He does. So if we go back to the game, and I don't want to dominate the conversation here, but if you go back to the game, timestamp, it was, I believe, in the third quarter, about 8.5 minutes. So Maxey has the ball on the right. Maxey has the ball on the left side. James Harden is coming down the right side of the floor with Marcus Smart covering him. Paul Reed has Jaylen Brown dealing with him. So Paul Reed comes up the screen. Jaylen Brown is off of him. And Marcus Smart motions to Jaylen Brown to switch, which isn't necessary. There's plenty of room for him to get through that screen. But instead, what happens is he comes and sets the screen, because Marcus Smart now wants to switch because the play that they're running, Maxey's going to come around off the Paul Reed screen. So what he wants to do is ultimately get the switch on to Maxey. Nobody's guarding the rim. Nobody's talking. Both of these guys are on the top side of the defender, anticipating the ball screen. Instead, what does Paul Reed do? Slips right to the basket to a wide open layup. No Jason Tatum on the weak side, because he's covering Tobias Harris. He's the furthest away from the ball, so he could get there, and he sees this developing. That's all Marcus Smart communicating. And then there was another play immediately right after that. But go ahead, Mars.
I think I remember the play you're talking about. I was wondering why Paul Reed was so wide open under the rim. I was like, okay, that's interesting. With the James Harden thing, I think Ox would agree. I think you would agree. James Harden can't be the best player in your championship team. He not anymore, at least. He can't do that. But do you think next to Embiid, with James Harden not playing at this level, but with what he showed you last night, with his self-creation, with the fact that he's able to get to his spot still when he can operate, next to Embiid, do you think that is enough for Philly to win a championship?
The thing that I saw from Philadelphia this season, which made me happy, was the fact that you had James Harden and Embiid for an entire season. The reason why I got tricky last year, because he just got on the crew, right? He just got on the crew and they weren't able to develop that. Now you get him on the crew with Joel Embiid, and now they can develop that chemistry, which they did. and I said this to you before, Mars, barring any health issues, they're going to go as far as Joel Embiid takes them.
And the health issues came up. But yeah, because the way I view it, James Harden had a great game yesterday. I think Joe Mazzulla has to do a better job in terms of his coverages. He can't be played like Ime Udoka last year played a drop against Steph Curry. And I found that questionable. Like, I understood what he was doing. He was trying to take away the playmaking element from Blitz and Steph, and then you create on the 4-on-3, blah, blah, blah. But against James Harden, either he's trying to attack a mismatch or he's going to shoot against drop coverage. But what he's doing is he's either giving up a switch or he's just playing drop. I think you have to blitz James Harden. You have to get the ball out of his hands. And that's something that Joe Mazzulla wasn't doing during the game. I think you got to force guys like Tobias Harris to be the people who beat you instead of saying, you know what, James Harden, I'm going to let you be a shot maker today. Mm-hmm. But I think Joe Mazzulla is going to make that adjustment. I have faith in him. I think it's a pretty logical adjustment to make. Right. Just don't make James Harden be the one who you want to beat you. Right. And I do think the rim protection of Boston was really suspect yesterday. Tyrese Maxey was living at the basket. Tobias Harris was getting to the rim. Paul Reed was playing well on both sides of the ball in the interior. Mm-hmm. So I think Robert Williams needs to get more playing time. Al Horford, he's looking a bit old. He is a bit old. So he's looking a bit old. But I think just in terms of that defensively, I think Boston, they're looking at this game like they didn't want to drop it. But I think the adjustments they need to make are so obvious that I think they're pretty confident going into game 2.
Ox, have you had opportunity to tap in?
What about the Celtics in the?
Hey, Ox, pass that. By the way, I know you. I know you brought a 6-pack. You better not have brought one. I know that.
All right, chill, Tan. I need this whole 18-pack to the neck.
And that's that good old Mexican lager. The only one you can get down there in Cancun.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Cancun on me, Cancun on 3. Hey, Steph sent us packing.
Hey,
but to stay focused though.
No. Let's diverge for a second. How you feeling right now? I'm checking in right now. I know you got all of us on the blacklist. You know, now we got you live, so you can't duck us. How you feeling?
Nah, I'm never was ducking. Matter of fact, we're low at. He was talking crazy at the end of the open gym, talking about his Bob being on like I'm ducking. I was just in the airport, y'all know. But I'm good though. Like, hey, it was a good season. But I don't praise no losing. I don't care who we lose to. It was just, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Steph Curry, 50 points. We can't do nothing about that, bro.
You could get rebounds.
You could definitely.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But I'm saying, like, we didn't though, and that's just what happens. I'm not, hey, Mike Brown just, he didn't do no coaching,
You think that's on Mike Brown?
Oh yeah, certainly. You got to do something about that. You guys a coach. You got to switch something up. Somebody got to get down there and help the Monties. Like long rebounds. I've been in a situation where and pretty much in every season of my basketball career, like, and mind you, my resume isn't super extensive or anything like that. But anytime I have played, like I was one of the best rebounders, and I've had plenty of times where I just can't get the ball. So it's all over. Somebody got to come help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Coach Brown could have put Chemezi Metu in at the 4. Harrison Barnes wasn't doing shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have tried Alex Lynn out. He could have had Trey. He could have put Trey Lyles in the game. Somebody to go help. Only Kevin Huerter was down there trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. On top of that, most importantly, was Game 5. Like,
you hoes lucky I'm on the street at the rim shop, sucker. Because I'm on your ass, nigga. You lucky, boy. I'd have been on your ass. You lucky I'm out here getting my shit picked up, nigga. I'd have been on your ass, boy. I'd have been on your ass. You heard what I said, boy? You heard what I said, Mars? Yeah, you and Grill Town punk ass and all y'all dudes. I'm on your ass, boy. Grill Town, what's up, baby? What up? You seen a ghost? What up, boy? Huh? I thought you said you was in the gym. I thought you said you was working harder than me, baby.
I was.
What's up, man? In the flesh, baby. What's up? What's up, Grill Town?
Oh my God.
What's up?
So dope. What's
up, Grill Town?
What's up?
Put me on the big screen, Ron. Hey, Grill Town. Hey, Grill Town. When we do it, put me on the big screen, Ron. Grill Town. When we do it, Grill Town, I'm gonna tell you something, dog. We only ride on 22s, baby. We only ride on 22s, baby. Believe that. I don't ride on dubs. I ride on 22s, and all I ride is foreign cars, baby. That's all I ride, baby. Believe that. So when you rocking with the big dogs, Remember, you rocking with the best, boy. You better believe that. I told you fools what was gonna happen, and I'm your worst nightmare, boy. You better believe that. Go ahead, Ron.
Oh my god.
Hey, but Ticket was the only one.
Yes, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name, Grilltown. You and Mars. Put some respect on my name.
All I'm asking is because all you did was you played a great game. All I'm asking is I want you to play a great series. So make sure you keep this same energy. Keep this same energy throughout the series.
But you told me, Grilltown. You told me and Ron when we set up here, when Ron told you when we talked about Tobias Harris and these guys, you two buffoons was capping. Ron told you, he was like, yo, Tobias is good. Oh, no, I don't believe it. This is easy right here. No, it ain't easy, sucker. I told you, dog. They have problems when they got to guard elite guard. They got problems when they got to guard a number of elite guards. Trey Young and them boys expose them on that. They've been exposed in other series. They like locking down on one dude in particular, whether it's Giannis, KD, Embiid. If Embiid played, it would have been easier for them because the 76ers are going to give Embiid the ball every time. It allows you to bite down on him and really play a certain style of defense. Now that Embiid's out the way, now you got 3 guards who can go get it on their own.
Yo,
which is why I was telling y'all the other day.
But that was a good game, but that's not finna happen. The
Celtics, you've been eliminated, nigga. I don't want to hear from you. You've been eliminated, nigga. The team is off, nigga. The Celtics ain't finna beat. The Celtics ain't finna beat But hold on, Bob. The beam have been short wide.
Philly not finna.
We still waiting on you to walk and get that cheesecake, nigga. So go ahead and walk and get that cheesecake like.
As y'all know that's not what I said. Y'all said we was finna get swept. I said if we get swept, I'll walk. Just like if like how you
take care of that, go get that cheesecake, nigga.
Just like you were saying earlier about Philly. Like you were saying about Philly. I'll walk to Philly if they sweep Boston, bro. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody sweeping Boston. That shit is crazy. Like that was one game. James Harden hit a big shot. They not finna beat the Celtics, bro. You know this. Come on.
Not only that.
Philly and 4.
Not only that. So I mean, DeAnthony Melton coming off the bench, giving them 17. I mean, if he giving them 17 like
all
that,
in the first half too.
Right. By the way,
he didn't score in the second half.
No, he did not. 0 buckets.
He didn't need to.
Right. 0 buckets in the second half. Right. Not only that, Jaylen Brown taking 3 shots after the first quarter. That's it. Took 3 shots after the first quarter, and it wasn't like he didn't. It wasn't like he only took 3 shots because they shut him down. Because he had plenty of opportunity. They ran stuff for him. They had him in one-on-one coverage. He just deferred, which I didn't understand why. But to go back to Mars's point, Robert Williams needs to be in the game, in the meat and potatoes of the game. They will go into the bucket. There was no rim protection there. None whatsoever. And the fact that Al Horford is in there and you're making him be your rim protector, that has to be an adjustment because that's not going to work. That is not going to work. And let's kill all of this logic about Joel Embiid. He started running and Joel Embiid is not playing in game 2. I don't think he's playing in this series, to be honest with you guys. I don't. I think this injury is a lot worse.
He's playing in the series. He's playing in the
I think this thing is a lot worse than what y'all telling us. And not only is it a lot worse than what it is, then
you're a liar, Chilltown. Chilltown, you're a liar. He's shown Chilltown.
You're the one who's a liar.
Hold on. He has shown you he's not Kawhi.
And nobody is talking about Kawhi Leonard. Nobody. We're talking about it.
I'm saying he has shown you he's not Kawhi. He has shown you he's not Kawhi, buddy. Yeah, hold on. He got hurt last year. Hold on. He broke his face last year. And did he play? Did he play?
Yeah, he did. How'd that go?
And he still played. And look, every time he got hurt, he did come back and try to play.
I got punched in the face and I got dropped. What difference do it make?
Hey, look, man. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna leave it to you like this, Grilltown. If they lose game 2, I'm gonna stomp on your ass like Draymond did Sabonis, nigga.
And if grandma had ball,
I'm gonna stomp on your ass. I'm gonna have your eye looking like
grandma had ball, she be grandpa.
I'm gonna have your eye looking like Sabonis' eye. Because y'all are some use a crapper, and Mars is a capper. Point blank, period.
Hey, let my man rest, Ticket. You ain't got to bring DeMontis into this, bro.
He can bring DeMontis into this because it doesn't make a difference.
No.
Because again,
rest, bro.
What you saw yesterday, which Ticket called, I'm gonna give it up. Ticket called it with James Harden having one of those performances. Ticket, make sure that you still around when we get that 12.7 rebound.
You don't have to, but listen, no. Listen, I'm saying to you. You don't have to do 45. Hold on. But chill,
rebounds, 5 turnovers.
Chill.
For 14. When we get that, I want to make sure that you're here when they lose also in dramatic fashion. So I want to make sure that you're here because that's why you're here now. You're not here.
Hold on, but chill down. You are a liar. Hold on, chill down.
You're here because James Harden went for 45 yesterday.
No. But I'm saying, I want to say this to you. I want to say this to you, chill down. But here's why you're a crapper. And Mars is a capper. You're a crapper, and Mars is a capper. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you said all that about Philly, but you failed to realize and you failed to acknowledge all of the things that Boston did and still lost. Boston out-rebounded and still lost at home. Boston shot almost 60% from the field and still lost at home. So Boston did not play a horrible game. They just couldn't stop Philly. And guess what? It ain't going to stop here because James Harden don't got to go get you 45. He can go get you 28, 29, and 13 assists and still winning this series if Max stepped up.
If he had 28
Tobias stepped up.
It was a one-possession game. It was a one-possession game, and he had 40.
Right, hold on. But hold on.
If he has that, they lose.
But with the numbers, bro. But with the numbers they was putting up, with the percentages that they were shooting, it wasn't even supposed to be close. With the percent, they out rebounded and they shot down there 60%. That game's supposed to be a blowout.
They did. 100%.
So the fact that they was able to put up 119 points without Joel Embiid, it shows you they got serious firepower over there, bro. That's not a fluke, man. That's not a fluke, bro. And we've been seeing that. And the same thing Ron told y'all. Sorry, suckers. We've seen the same thing with Trae Young. Even though Trae Young struggled, Trae Young still had moments where he can get off. Well, guess what? You're dealing with a guy more seasoned and more experience in James Harden, who now the leash is off of him now. Because he don't have Joel Embiid, so he know he got to go back to Houston.
The reason why the Atlanta situation is a bad example simply because they lost.
Been living for this moment. Living for this moment.
So that situation you shouldn't bring up.
But you're a liar. Maxie been living for this moment, and y'all still want to buy it. That
doesn't mean it's true. So just because you say it, that doesn't mean it's true.
Shaking in your boots. Shaking in your boots. Hey, Ron. All I'm gonna ask you is this, Ron, please start putting these dudes on the shorts with the bull jive that they say. All this cap that they say, put them niggas on the shorts so everybody can see what type of idiots these dudes are, and blithering idiots and idiots that these dudes do on a regular basis.
A blithering idiot. You got Kevin Durant as the 27th player all time, but you calling us blithering.
And he showed you last night why. And he showed you last night why, sucker. He showed you last night why, sucker. And guess what? Hold on.
Meanwhile, you had the Celtics going.
Hold on. Hey, guess what? You gonna have more gray hairs tonight after LeBron James get his ass whooped. 3 the hard way, sucker.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump into some of these super chats, but I want to go back and still talk about that Philly game last night and James Harden's performance, and whether we believe that he can even not necessarily perform at that level, if he can even perform at a fraction of that level. But we're going to start with the top. First super chat of the day. Jeremy Sanchez said, every year is the same thing with the Heat culture disrespect. The shooting won't hold up. They don't have enough. They getting bounced. And what happens?
They still get bounced. What are we talking about? There hasn't been a parade in Key Biscayne on Key Biscayne Boulevard since 2013. So they're still getting bounced. What are you talking about?
Do we all, Bob, Mars, do we feel like the Heat culture is being disrespected? Are we not giving them enough credit?
Well, I think this is like last year they were like a top 3 seed now, so them making the conference finals.
They were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they were number 1 seed. So that them making a deep run, I think most people expected Miami to be a good team.
Right.
This year, the reason everyone didn't expect Miami to be a good team is because they dealt with a lot through the regular season. They didn't look great during the regular season, and yeah, the shooting wasn't there. Like whether or not that's us disrespecting Heat culture is just an objective fact. They were terrible at shooting the ball. Now in the playoffs, they're shooting the ball well. Whether or not that's sustainable, who knows? But that's not us disrespecting Heat culture. That's just what they showed us. And us going based off what a team shows us isn't disrespecting the team. Well, at least to me it isn't. But if you view it as disrespect, then that's fine.
I always expect the Heat to shake it up a little bit. They always shake it up. They cause a little ruckus, but I don't know. They don't got enough like they used to. I don't expect them to win nothing, but I always expect them to make it interesting.
Which they're doing right now.
Hold on. Let me put some perspective into this, right? So here's the thing, man. and like I said, bro, we always got to keep everything into its proper perspective. Again, Chilltown, you're a crapper and Mars is a capper. I want y'all to remember that. These are the two musketeers up here that just spew out nonsense on a regular basis. I came in here and told these buffoons at the beginning of the season that Jimmy Butler was a top 5 player in the world, right? Right? And these idiots laughed at me. Yes, I'm calling them idiots, blithering idiots laughed at me, right? Now, we're in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler is 3 games away from being back in the Eastern Conference Finals with throwaways, right? Yes, he's being underrated and disrespected because with the guys he got, Kevin Love was a throwaway. They didn't want him in Cleveland. Also, Martin Kidd, he was on a bad team in Charlotte. Nobody cared about him. He over here balling now. Gabe Vincent, where the hell he come from? Where he come from? The Sugar Shack? Ain't nobody seen this coming.
Stockton.
Max Struss, I seen that dude on a porno. So, like I said before, all these dudes have came out of the blue. I don't know. We don't even know where these guys have come from. And Jimmy has taken a makeshift roster, and then his other main guy, Tyler Hero's been hurt, and he took a licking and kept on ticking. So at the end of the day, bro, I'm just telling you guys, man, we have disrespected him because anybody else that had that roster Jimmy got, we would be killing that roster and saying that roster is trash. So what they've been able to do with that?
Did you have them beating the Bucks?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said, including myself, we underrated them because I thought they could beat the Celtics. I didn't think they could beat the Bucks.
You did,
but they beat the hell out of the Bucks.
You did say that you thought they could beat the Celtics, but does that negate the fact that the roster still isn't good?
No, the roster ain't good, and that's why I said. Okay, listen, that's what I'm saying. We're not giving them enough credit, bro. We're not giving.
I thought Jimmy Butler.
Y'all get spoke credit, so I say y'all get spoke credit, bro.
I thought Jimmy Butler, and I'm on record saying this, I thought Jimmy Butler was a top 10 player coming into the season. You said top 5, I said top 10. And I got roasted for that. I said Jimmy Butler was a top 10 player. And I said it based on what his resume was over the last
2 years. But if he's always in the final, if he's in the final 4, we got to put him in the top 5. If he's always in the final 4, we got to have him top 5. There's no way we can put dudes that keep getting eliminated early in the top 5, bro. I'm sorry, man.
He's been in the final 4 twice.
And maybe about to go 3 another time.
That's maybe, but as of now, he's been in the final 4 twice.
Twice in the last 3 years, he's been in the final 4.
Okay,
twice
Mars.
His whole career, he's been in the final.
Mars, you just take that ass whooping I've been giving your ass.
By the way,
I see everything I say isn't an argument. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying he's been in the final 4 twice. Everything I say is me just trying to argue with you.
Which, by the way, Mars, what you just said is a fact. That's not cap.
That's it. Like I'm not
100% fact.
Just
time, like I said before the season started, I thought Jimmy Butler was a top 10 player because I took his name off the moniker and I ran down his resume over the last 3 years, which was fact.
So this cap or crap.
So let's make sure that we clear on that.
Yo, but based on the whole Jimmy and Heat thing that we've just talked about, I got a couple questions that I want to ask. The first question is Jimmy on everybody up here? Is he unanimously top 10 right now? I'm not even gonna say top 5, just top 10.
He's in that's ever been a conversation, Ron.
I've always had him fringe top 10. That's why I've always had him fringe top 10.
As of right now today, is he? If you were to name your top 10 players in the whole NBA, no matter what, if the league was to start right now, is he top 10 for you?
Yeah.
Before the season started, I had him as a top 10 player, and I still do.
Mars? You said he's friends. So right now, if you were to list all the top 10 players in the NBA, where do you think he will fall at right now?
Well, let me count.
Half them dudes Mars thinking about being eliminated.
He might be top 10. Yeah, he might be top 10. Like he'd be like anywhere. I think the highest you could put him realistically is like 8, and then like the lowest.
But, let me ask y'all this question. Hold on. Let me ask Mars a question. You got KD over him right now?
Of course I do.
That's insane. Bro, listen. I want y'all to think about this. If you put KD on Miami, he'd have been gone home. That's insane, bro.
But he's not.
No. What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying to you, bro. This is what I'm saying. It's insane. We praising dudes, bro, that ain't doing what Jimmy doing right now, bro. Right now.
Who are we praising, though?
KD's getting ready to get dropped off in 5 games, bro. And he got Devin Booker with him. Jimmy got nobody on that level with him, bro. Nobody. KD would have been going in the first round. He'd have been going to Kawhi. Just Kawhi didn't get hurt. So listen, and we dropping off, and Jimmy don't came out here and took out the #1 seed in the playoffs.
We can say we can say the same thing about Giannis. I mean, that changed the dynamic of the series. Him getting hurt. We could say the same thing about him. That changed the way he played.
But they had injuries too. Hold on, Tyler Hero was hurt too. They had injuries too.
But I would like to think that a guy who is 31-14, 31-13, that's a bigger impact than Tyler Hero. A much bigger impact than Tyler Hero. So a guy like that you take off the roster for 2 to 3 games, and not just take him off the roster for 2 to 3 games. When he does play, he's not playing the way he used to because he's hurt. And now what that does is that switches all the rest of those guys up.
So you still got KD over Jimmy?
Yes.
Man, y'all dudes are sick, man. Somebody need to slap y'all with a bottle of baby powder, bro. Y'all dudes sad, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Y'all dudes insane, bro. That is disgraceful, bro. What else do a man got to show y'all? This is what Ron had to say about disrespect, bro. This is what Ron had to say about disrespect, bro. That's the disrespect, bro. That's disrespect.
It's not like it's this. I don't think it's this. No, I don't think. Well, number one, I don't think KD is a top 5 player. So if I got KD at 7 and I got Jimmy Butler at 8, what are we talking about here? It's not like I got KD at 3. You should be saying Jimmy's over him, bro. Everything we've seen have proved that Jimmy has done more with less. Can you agree with that? Jimmy has done more with less. I think so. That's fair.
All right,
so nobody can dispute that.
That's a fair.
Come on, bro.
That's a fair point. He has done more with less. However, when we're talking about a guy like Kevin Durant, who in the playoffs, even though what he did last year was this, and what Jimmy Butler did was this, we're going off what happened over the last 3 seasons. Now I'm not going. That's why I got Jimmy Butler as a top 10 player right now. Not simply because of what Jimmy Butler is doing this season and what Kevin Durant, even though he was in and out of the lineup. And I'm not just going off Kevin Durant as the player, because you could play better than somebody and not be a better player. Kevin Durant played,
but he hasn't been playing better than Jimmy though. Hold on, he has not been playing better than Jimmy.
Either way, y'all praising losing.
Yeah.
Either way you spin it, you praising losing.
Jimmy Butler's not better than Kevin Durant at basketball. I don't know.
Hold on, no, Mars.
He's not.
He's not far off though, Mars. Right now.
That's what I'm gonna say. Is it crazy to even say that Jimmy's better than him?
I don't think it's ridiculous to say it. No.
If you guys think Jimmy's better than KD at basketball, that's what
I don't think.
Well, hold on, time out.
I don't. But KD got stuff. KD got stuff that Jimmy don't got. But Jimmy got the heart of a lion though. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy got stuff KD don't got.
And Bob, what you say? Hold on, Bob. You cut from a Bob. You cut from a different cloth, Bob.
Did we lose him?
Bob, you cut from a different cloth. What's the saying? Hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard, man. Jimmy Butler outworked these niggas, man. Jimmy Butler outworked these niggas, bro. You're not finna do that, man. We live in this, bro. Look, hey, Bob, peep this shit, Bob. Bob, peep this shit. Bob, I want you to peep something. Jimmy Butler went to a worse team and turned them up. KD out here going to the best teams and turning them down. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I can't dispute that. And that's a fact, T. That's a fact. But still, I would have to say, if we go on top 10, that Jimmy is top 10. And when I say top 10, because if you ask me, there's 12, 13, 14 guys that you can put in that top 10.
I agree.
Jimmy is one of those cats. KD is one of those 7 cats that you can put in the top 5. Jimmy right there. I would rather have Jimmy than KD, honestly.
And that's what I was gonna ask. I want to know. I'm gonna let you finish, Bob, but I do want to know from everybody. Would you rather have Jimmy over KD?
I'd rather have Jimmy, no doubt. It's not even a conversation. If you ask me, would you rather have Jimmy or KD to start your franchise? Give me
no,
Jimmy
to just
Butler.
put on your team right now on the Kings.
Oh, well, that's shit.
Now
we really talking.
Getting a little tricky now. Hold on, wait a minute.
I'll take either one of them brothers right now.
Nah. You got one choice. Who you taking? Jimmy or KD?
Hold on. That seat just got hot.
I'm gonna keep it real. I want Jimmy over KD. I want Jimmy over KD on any team, bro. I want Jimmy over KD. I love Jimmy to death, bro. I've always been a big Jimmy Butler fan. I got nothing but love for Jimmy's heart. He always give you 100%. KD a hooper though. KD got shit that Jimmy don't got, and so that's what makes it. That's why I gotta say I do think KD is better than Jimmy by a couple of spots. I think KD's better than Jimmy by a couple of spots, but I like Jimmy though.
J-Rob, hey, hold on, put your hands out because J-Rob Oz about to pop out his head right now.
Hey, J-Rob, cook him, J-Rob. Cook this boy, J-Rob.
J-Rob is not going to agree with you. He knows Kevin Durant's better than Jimmy Butler.
If you put Jimmy on that next team, the Celtics don't sweep him. You put Jimmy on his Suns team.
Yes, they do, Big Ox.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't, Chilltown. Chilltown. No, they don't.
You think
no, they don't, Chilltown.
Bully him like KD was letting them bully him?
You mean just like Giannis did in 21 when they mopped them out the playoffs?
That's Giannis. We're not talking about Giannis.
So you'd rather have Jimmy over KD? Are we serious here? Are we serious?
Hold on.
I know what y'all about to say. He is a dog. He's a dog. I'm not about to deny the fact that he's a dog. He's a dog.
Hey, that's a fact.
He is not that 7 foot. He's not that 7 foot monster, y'all.
Why he under? Hold on. So why KD? Hold on. Why KD underachieving with all that damn talent? Then this man don't play with Russ, James Harden. This man don't play with everybody, man. Period, bro. He don't play with everybody.
Wait, hold on. Don't do that.
Is he not a leader, Ticket? Because KD ain't no leader. He don't know how to be a leader.
This man don't play with Kyrie, Devin Booker, Russ, James Harden. How many MVPs this man got to play with, bro?
Come
on, man.
When he played with them, he was not the same guys, though, Ticket. You were talking about OKC. Come on, Ticket.
And not only that, Ticket, you just came on here, right, just a second ago and said, let's put some perspective on this. So now let's put some perspective on it. KD gets on this Phoenix team. 8 games he played with them. 8. This isn't the part.
And everybody was picking him to go to the final. Mars picked him. Mars picked him. Dub picked him. The TV picked him. J-Rob picked him. All these dudes picked him to go to the finals.
This isn't the part. This isn't the part where you could just go, all right, yo, you get on our crew. Like you're completely disrespecting or disregarding everything that these other crews being together, creating the chemistry and the camaraderie that they have. That's why they smoking these dudes. KD just got on the crew. Now I have a better gauge of KD next season when Chris Paul is off the roster, and now his roster is different. As of right now,
hold up though, Chill. What happens if we drop Jimmy on that roster though?
I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing.
Man, you a damn lie. You a damn lie. They ain't 0-2 right now with Jimmy.
Y'all be wanting us to give Kevin Durant participation trophies, and I'm not okay with that.
But I don't think that's fair, though. I'm not
okay with that, J-Rob.
I will say this, though. I hear you, but I will say this. I think the Warriors, I know people will hate KD for going to the Warriors. I understand they thought the move was whack, and this, that, and the third. But it was the biggest sucker move ever. But I will give him credit in this regard. I personally think KD saved that team's dynasty.
He threw a monkey wrench in the whole thing, yo.
I think when they won after the 3-1 and they came back and Braun won, I think the win was out of the sails for that Warriors team.
But J-Rob, let me eat you real quick. But let me eat you real quick. Here's the ether to that, and you easy to beat. You easy to beat. And guess what? But Steph Curry did that with a lesser man. So at the end of the day, he did that with the dude he just beat with the Sacramento Kings, and then he also did that with Andrew Wiggins, a dude that was lesser than KD and everybody else.
You know too much about basketball. You know too much about basketball, Ticket, to try to do this Kings thing with me when he took 40 shots to get a 50 ball. And at the end of the day, Mike Brown at no point, as good of a coach as Mike Brown is, at no point wanted to. I'm not trying to minimize the game, but at the end of the day, at no point did they trap him or anything like that. And also, bro,
that's because Mike
Brown. You paid a team. Look, Curry played a team that has not been to a playoff game in 2 decades.
But everybody picked him to win.
Not everybody. It was me and Bob.
Not everybody picked them to win, bro.
It was just me.
Everybody picked that, bro. Not everybody did that, bro. I think it's to overly praise Curry for beating the Kings when that was an expectation. I think that's a little ridiculous.
We would have beat anybody else but them.
I think we lost them.
We would have beat the hell out the Suns. If we would have got them first round, we would have beat their ass.
Hey Bob, you wild.
Saying Jimmy Butler's better than Kevin Durant.
I'm trying to tell you, Chilltown, the Suns are weak as hell. I've been trying to tell y'all that for a minute.
The Suns don't have a bench, bro. They don't have a bench.
They struggled with some cats in wheelchairs. Like Kawhi couldn't even hardly move, and then Russ and Norm came and got him. I'm trying to tell you, the Suns are frauds.
I just didn't like.
They don't have a bench. They don't have a bench. Yeah, they don't have a bench. I think they're going to lose this series. To the
which J-Rob, which by the way, Monty Williams has now dug into that bench. Like he went 11 deep yesterday, and in the process of him going 11 deep, Mike Malone switched it up and he shortened his rotation. He only went 8 deep.
Right.
And with him going 8 deep, they clearly outclassed what Phoenix was doing. Clearly outclassed them. They didn't get much from Terrence Ross. Now Cameron Payne, you're going to have to play him at the lead guard because I think Chris Paul is out for the rest of the playoffs. To be honest with you. But we've seen that story how many times though? We've seen that story. We've seen that story 1,000 times. Just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time before it was going to happen with Chris Paul. Just a matter of time. Can
I ask you a real question though? Let's say they just lose this series, is Monty Williams under investigation?
He's overrated as a coach already as it is. So it's like, why not?
Is Monty Williams under investigation?
I mean, it depends. Like, what can he really do with a bench this bad? Like, I don't think he's a great coach. Like, I think he's like good, but not great.
Right.
But what more can you really like? He went to his bench and found out everyone was terrible. Like, he tried to figure out who was competent, and none of them were. So I don't know what he can really do.
Okay, so Mars, let me ask you this. Now, you already said you got KD over Jimmy.
Yes.
And you saying the Suns don't got no bench. Mm-hmm. Miami don't got no bench either. So why can't he do what Eric Spoelstra doing? Why can't he just?
Oh, because Spurs like the best coach in the league. Like,
Spurs way different.
There's levels to it.
Yeah,
like,
very different.
Well, I'm not trying to compare him to Spoelstra, who I think is also a little overrated. What I'm saying is, why can't he just coach?
Spurs also gone against offensively deficient teams. The Knicks have a lackluster offense, and the Milwaukee Bucks had so many offensive flaws. It was very obvious. Like, it's easier to coach against teams with an offense that's questionable.
I'm not trying to hear these excuses, Mars. They got Devin.
How do you coach against the Denver Nuggets offense? So what's he really meant to do?
He got a coach. What do you mean, Morris?
So what adjustment would you make?
I'm not letting
what adjustment would you make if you was in Monty Williams' shoes?
Look, I didn't say I was a better coach than Monty Williams. I just said Monty Williams. I said Monty Williams got to do something. All I'm saying is you got to make adjustments. You got to try something different. Just like I was saying about Mike Brown before Brown purposely brought Ticket up here to start hollering and screaming. You got to make some type of adjustment. Like, Monty gotta, like, what is he supposed to do, Mars? Are y'all telling me that he's supposed to just accept his ass whooping?
No, that's not it. That's not it at all. But also, when you look at what Joker has been doing at his position, he just completely dominated that position. Completely dominated. Now, what he tried to do was he tried to double Jokic, and he tried to double Jokic yesterday out high, which doesn't work. Not only that, when he switches on to Biyombo has a sizable. He's at a sizable disadvantage to Joker. He only 6'8", 6'9" tops, and Joker is looking right over the top of him. Not only is Joker looking right over the top of him, we're talking about a big front line, and Aaron Gordon has completely dominated that big front line too, getting to the rim. And Jamal Murray, this is the mark, Big Ox, of a great team with good chemistry. Yo, Jamal Murray couldn't throw it in the ocean yesterday. So what does he do? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get Joker more involved in the game. I'm gonna get Aaron Gordon more involved in the game. I'm gonna get Brown, who I love off the bench. Who I love off the bench. Both Bruce Brown and the other kid Brown. I'm gonna get these guys more involved in the game and put pressure on them, as opposed to I'm just gonna keep shooting and possibly shoot my team out of the game. This is the mark of a team with a great unit and great camaraderie, as opposed to I'm looking at that Phoenix team where, y'all just thought that KD was going to get on this roster and that's 27 a game and we going all the way to the championship. We can have this conversation if it was in the beginning of the season where they could develop some chemistry. Yo, the dude played 8 games with them.
What about Chill? I can't give him that though. I'm not giving KD that out. I'm not giving him that out. KD got to perform. He got to show up.
Exactly.
What about giving that out?
Chemistry don't got nothing to do with KD going 10 for 27 last night.
Right.
Shooting 2 for 12 from the 3-point line. That has nothing to do with chemistry.
Yeah, I'm not giving him that out. I can't give him that out, Chill. I can't.
When we talk about guys whose game travels, who can get buckets anywhere, Rucker Park, China, on the North Pole, KD is the dude that's at the top of the list.
Correct.
So for him to go to Denver and perform like that them have the lead and let Denver walk them down and just not make shots down the stretch, that has nothing to do with. Yeah, it may have a bit to do with chemistry, but KD just wasn't making the shots.
Well,
I see in the chat, Young Jesus saying no rhythm. I mean, we talk about the best bucket getter in the game.
When he can't dance.
I'm glad you brought that up, Ron. So now we got a guy in KD who is one of the best, who is one of, if not the best bucket getter in the game. And then we got a unit in Detroit, in Denver, whose their team chemistry is so much better. So they talk better on defense. They know when to jump KD. They know when to back off KD. They know when to slip screens, not just slip screens. They know when to go under. They know when to stay on top. And KD is not only trying to get in rhythm, he's also watching his other guys in Devin Booker. So now when you go 3-4 trips where you don't get buckets, now there's more pressure on you to score. And if it's more pressure on you to score, now that leaves KD in positions where he's got to take bad shots. And they force him into those bad shots because of the way they're talking defensively, the way that they're rotating defensively. That's the mark of a good team in terms of chemistry, as opposed to just giving KD the ball. And once again, we're at the park and just turn this guy loose. That only works in certain situations. When you run up on a crew like what Denver has, you're not going to be able to do that on a consistent basis. I got to give Denver credit for what they did defensively, man.
I agree. And shout out to Jokic last night. I give him a hard time.
You do, J-Rob.
I give him a hard time.
Yes,
he was phenomenal last night. You know, I'll be the first one to call Jokic a Jamal Murray merchant all the time. I'll be the first one to say it. I'll give it to him. But he was phenomenal last night.
That's not unfair.
But last night, that's what you expect from your two-time MVP.
Yes,
that's what you need him to be when your other guy can't hit nothing in the ocean. That's what Jokic has to be. So I got to give him a lot of credit. He was phenomenal last night.
So off of that, J-Rob, let me go back to what I was trying to say with to Mars and Chilton. If I'm coaching them, I'm trying to try anything different to slow them down. I'm even going to be like, yo, KD, you got Jokic, but you got Jokic because you longer, you tall. You got Jokic full court. I'm talking about full denial. Denial, 94 feet. You stand on his toes. He cannot have the ball. KD, today we don't need you to take 27 shots. Clearly, Booker can score. What you need to do is make sure that big ass Serbian cat don't touch the basketball. We're going to play 4-on-4 on this end. That's all I'm saying. Things like that, you got to try something.
Now, we'll tell you this, Rob.
That would never work.
Not only would that never work, but also
that wouldn't work.
That ain't gonna work.
Joker is a lot.
What they doing not working though.
But also, too, Big Ox, what you left out, Joker is a lot smarter than what you give him credit for. So, for example, watching Joker, KD a lot of times in transition, he's the last line of defense because Joker is beating Ayton down the floor. So what does he see? He sees KD under the bucket. So instead of stopping like Embiid does at the long ball line or at the free throw line, he buries straight away. He runs right to the rim and buries KD right underneath the rim. And what that's doing, that's causing foul trouble. Not only is it causing foul trouble, him leaning on KD like that, Ron, now what he's doing is he's putting pressure on KD offensively because I'm leaning on this dude and now I got to score too. That's affecting my game.
I think the biggest thing in all of this, Chill, that I feel like not enough people are saying, I think KD is getting like the bulk of the blame and everybody's ready for KD's demise. And I think that's what people want who aren't really KD fans.
Right.
But what are we going to talk about DeAndre Ayton? There's definitely there's an APB out on him too. Are we not watching that clip of him standing out of bounds, watching his team fight for a rebound? I promise you, if I was Monty Williams, he would not have played the rest of the game. He would have sat the rest of the night because, first of all, that just looks terrible. Like, that's embarrassing. But really, what did I pay you for? You are our number one pick. He's not that great. I think he's been one of the biggest frauds in all of this. Like, if I'm the Suns, he is. How can I upgrade from DeAndre Ayton this offseason? That is what I'm looking for.
Big Ox, I told you on the show a couple of weeks ago that I would go into practice and I would just start a fight with DeAndre Ayton. I'm just going to start a fight with him. I'm just going to start a fight with him because I'm trying to figure out where that dog is.
Where is the dog at?
Where is it? So I would go into practice and I'm going to start a fight with him. Because I want to get it. It's in there. I think I've always felt like, J-Rob, that you either got that dog in you or you don't.
I agree with
I can't put it in
you. You can't learn it.
But I can bring it out of you. I can definitely do that. And I'm looking at DeAndre Ayton and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that you're going to allow this dude to push you around. So I'm coming into practice, and I'm just going to start a fight with him. And I'm going to get either one or two things is going to happen. He's either going to drop me, or he's just not going to do anything, and that's going to say a lot.
Well, that's why. See, you're already a better leader than KD because KD ain't doing none of that. This what I will say though. Now y'all forgive me, and I know this ain't something I would typically say. Y'all forgive me for this.
Here we go, y'all.
Y'all forgive me for this.
Pat,
but
brace
look,
yourself.
No, it's not nothing crazy, man. It's just like that shit looked a lot worse than it was. It looked a lot worse than it was.
The Ayton play?
Yeah. Y'all just I mean that it happens sometimes. Sometimes you go up and he probably thought it was going in. You know what I'm saying? He was probably
J-Rob ain't buying a minute of this.
Listen. What do they say? Y'all all play sports here. What do they say in sports?
They say play through the whistle.
No, you're right. I know, but I'm just saying. None of y'all have ever, and I know this is a very important time. None of y'all ever got caught like, oh shit, like
I was a corner. If I get caught looking, I'm getting scored on. I play corner. Well, I get caught looking. They score.
Okay, but J-Rob, we talk about basketball. We talk about basketball. That's way different. Like if you playing corner and you get caught in the mud, it's a wrap. Sometimes in basketball, you get banged on the rim, be like, oh, that's going in. You be like, oh shit, is he missed? You know what I'm saying? Like it happens. That was a bad look for DeAndre Ayton. I'm just saying, like, I think it was a little worse than it looked.
It fell off the rim like 3 times after
the first miss. You're right.
Run to the basket after the first miss. Run to the basket.
He probably thought Jokic weren't going to miss 3 bunnies in a row. This one's going to go in.
I wanted to get DeAndre Ayton a soda or something because he was sitting right there in the front row, like, yo, go have a seat.
I know you want a beer. Like you want to chill. You want a beer, bro?
Yeah, go hang out and watch the game because you ain't helping us.
I'm gonna tell you what was the funniest part about the whole thing too.
Everybody doing that.
Is Ayton doing or Ayton sitting there watching him, and KD's giving all he can to try to get the rebound and block the shot. It's like Jokic.
That's my point.
It looks like it's just a little kid, and Jokic just shooting the ball over him, just grabbing it. Hey, you know when the little kid be reaching for the ball, and you just be tapping it over him. That's what it looked like.
That was,
and then you got to go on film. You got to go on film, and you're going to watch that. You're going to watch that on film with your whole team, and your entire team is going to look and say, "Look, this is your starting center. This is the effort he's giving you right now. This is the effort that he's giving you right now."
Well, hold on. That one play right there doesn't define his effort for the whole series. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I would do, J-Rob. I would sit DeAndre Ayton in the room by himself and play that on loop for about 15 minutes before practice. Like, look, so watch this. Look. And then I'll be in there with him like, hey, watch this. He gonna think of something else coming. Be like, no, look, right here, watch this. No, look at this. Watch what you do right here. You know what I'm saying? Because that was completely unacceptable. All I'm saying is that it was completely unacceptable. I'm just saying I think it looked a little worse than it was.
You need PJ Tucker. You see how PJ Tucker looked at Paul Reed?
Yeah.
But see, that's why KD needed PJ Tucker.
He looked at him like, I would knock you out.
Unfortunately, though, Jay, and we live in a society where you got to be really careful about what you say. You got to be really careful about how you conduct yourself.
In the locker room, too?
Unfortunately, no, even on the bench. But unfortunately, what PJ Tucker did, that's necessary.
It's necessary.
That's necessary to get a fire lit up under you. I watched Kobe Bryant mush Pau Gasol in the head. And he ain't mush him in the head to tell him I'll punch you in the face. You nicer than everybody out here. Get it together. What are we doing? Get it together. And what happened with Pau Gasol? That dog that was in there came out. Now the question is that dog, is it in DeAndre Ayton? And if it's in there, who's going to bring it out of him?
I don't think he has that dog. You have CP3 annoying ass with you every day in practice. You don't think CP3 is poking that bear all day? That's a fact. Come on, guys. CP3 is at practice poking that bear. You know Chris Paul's poking that bear because he really don't care. He's a real menace. If CP3 can't get it out, if CP3 can't get it out of you, I don't know, Chill.
CP3, when he first got there, though, DeAndre Ayton game did step up a little bit. Now, that could be just because he was getting older. I mean, he's still getting older, but I do think CP3 helped out Ayton a little bit. One thing I will say about this too, though,
you could see the edge that Devin Booker plays with now that he didn't necessarily play with in those first couple years. But go on, Bob.
But because my biggest thing we got on the 8, my biggest thing is we got to stop making excuses for Kevin Durant. In that same play that we're talking about, Kevin Durant trying to do this, he should have took his ass and boxed somebody out. You know what I'm saying? How you let the man next to you get 3 attempts? Hit him. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna give KD no passes either. He 8 feet tall too.
Yeah, but at least he trying.
He's
The
not
other guy
trying.
watching.
There's
The other guy was watching.
a difference between trying and doing the right thing. What we saw Domantas Sabonis doing, that was trying. That's not doing the right thing. Turn around, put your ass on him, and get him out the way.
He was really getting out physical. If you want to talk about Sabonis, but that's a story for another day.
He wasn't.
No, it ain't a story for another day, J. Rob. It's a story for right now.
What did KG say? Looney balls. Looney balls is on him, man.
Hey, but Looney, this the thing.
Different.
The only reason people paying attention to it now is because he did it to DeMontis. Looney been doing this. Look, Looney didn't just start doing this 5-6 days ago. He been a demon on the glass. He been a big man or great down low with his hands up. Just because he not doing all this ballerina shit that Jokic is doing, y'all don't pay him no mind. But Looney really liked that. No, but still, like I'm saying, all DeMontis had to do was turn around, put your ass on him, and get him the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask you guys. Let me ask you also this. At some point, because we just talked about Monty Williams as a coach. I mean, at some point, the adjustments that have to be made. One of the adjustments that has to be made. When is he going to double Joker and stop leaving him on DeAndre Ayton by himself? Because I'm going to say this to you guys. I'm going to say this to you guys again. I'm sitting there and I'm watching Drago beat the hell out of Apollo Creed, and I'm not going to do anything about it. You're not going to throw the towel in. He's going to kill him, and you're not going to do anything. What are you going to do? You're just going to leave him out there, and you're going to let him keep punching him in his face. He's going to kill him. Stop this.
Yo, and the thing about it is, it's really like, you can really picture, it's going to look like Drago.
What are you doing? He's going to kill Drago, kill Apollo. What are you doing? He's going to kill him. Stop this now.
Throw in the towel.
Please.
That's just not funny, J-Rob. He killed that man.
Yo, he did, but that shit is funny, bro. That's what it looked like, bro. That's what it looked like out there. If he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies.
Hey,
you're just going to leave him out there.
I agree, but chill. I also don't think there's no answer, yo. You gonna put Bismack on him?
Well, make somebody
answer.
Okay,
you don't double Jokic though, like, because doubling Jokic is like
he gonna have a 15 assists.
Well, okay, right, okay, Moss, I understand that part, but what I can't do is I can't just leave him out there by himself. There has to be a different look at some point. Now, I know that Joker is going to get everybody else involved. I'd much rather Joker get Aaron Gordon involved, Bruce Brown, and make those guys consistently be scorers. Make those guys consistently make plays, as opposed to I'm going to leave him on Bismack Biyombo one-on-one. I'm going to leave him on DeAndre Ayton one-on-one the whole night. And then try to figure out why to do this 39, 16, and 12. Right.
You got to. The thing about it though, Mars, is I hear what you're saying, and that's a valid point. But there's a way you can double them. You got to double them with a rotation off the double. That's what's important. It's like, who do we rotate to, and who are the two guys that if they get the ball, we'll wait for somebody to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't have the same priority as a Jamal Murray, of course. If you pass it out to Jamal, you know what I'm saying, closest person get there. If you pass it out to, let's say, Bruce Brown, Bruce Brown, we'll wait for the rotation, but we're not going to leave these shooters. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got, once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but Monty, you got to try something, bro.
I do agree with that.
Try something.
Denver have perfected, like, they put everyone in the right spot. So, like, Bruce Brown isn't the greatest shooter. So if Jokic gets doubled and you're rotating on Bruce Brown, he's going to dive to the rim, and Jokic is finding him every time. So it's not like, if it was just where he would just create an open threes, you're like, okay, you dare them to beat us from the 3-point line. But they don't do that, though. If Jokic gets doubled, he's finding layups left and right. And you can't stop a team that's going to get a layup every possession. That's the biggest issue. And I think that's why teams dare him to score in the playoffs. Because in the regular season, he gets everyone involved, and Denver have, like, the best offense in the NBA. And then in the playoffs, they, like, dare him to score, or when his teammates hurt, they make him a scorer, and then he kills everyone scoring. But they lose. So people are like, okay, we make him a scorer, we make him a playmaker. We can't take away both. Which one would we rather take away? They try and take away his passing, and then he averages like 30 a game in the playoffs. So I don't know what you're meant to do, to be honest. If I'm Monty, I don't envy Monty Williams' job right now.
So they just don't got the personnel?
Not at all. Not even close to the personnel. I said before the series, I think KD was gonna have to be the best defensive version of himself. He's been okay. He hasn't been great, which is a bit of a problem. But I don't know how much better he can really do.
Mars, so what would you do, Mars? Hold up real quick. You did say something else, though, Mars.
What,
you alluded to it last show. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now they don't have a choice. Chris Paul has benched himself. So now Does the series take a turn for the better for Phoenix?
No.
What I saw from Torrey Craig and Josh Okogie, nah.
No.
Yeah, I was already saying that.
That was my game plan, but then I watched them play basketball more and more. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe not. They don't have the wing depth to do it. If they had like something serviceable on the wing, it may work. It may work. But Josh Okogie can't shoot the ball. Torrey Craig can't shoot the ball, and they can't attack closeouts. They can't pass. Like they can't do anything. There was a time where DeAndre Ayton was directly under the rim.
Mars is right though.
Mars. I thought y'all was saying last series that Torrey Craig could shoot the ball. Now he can't shoot.
He was.
Torrey Craig was making threes, but he's someone you live with shooting the ball all the time.
Yeah,
like Torrey Craig, he might like if maybe next game he goes 3 for 4 from 3. That doesn't make him a shooter. It means that game you got something from him that you're never going to get again. That's not something you can bank on.
Torrey Craig is the one on the scouting report who will live with his production.
It's like Dillon Brooks. It's like Dillon Brooks. It's like you're letting him shoot.
Yeah, you got to.
Somebody got.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to Terrence Ross.
I think you got. I don't know. My question is, didn't they get T.J. Warren? Did he forget how to score the basketball?
T.J. Warren and Terrence Ross.
Why like Terrence Ross can't get no minutes? T.J. Warren can't play. Like I'm so confused.
Monty's overrated, bro. Monty's
like, why did you bring these guys in? Like, why did you bring these guys in if you were looking for these veterans? But
I don't think he's. I'm not sure, J-Rob, that he's sticking with these guys long enough. I mean, Cameron Payne, who now is going to be the lead guard. I mean, he played in game 1, but he played in a blowout, right? So Terrence Ross, he only played 5 minutes. And in the Clippers series, he didn't really play that much. It's hard to get a rhythm when you're coming off the bench. There's a reason why Ginobili, Vinnie Johnson, and Jamal Crawford, and these guys were so good coming off the bench. Because I know I'm going to play 25, 30 minutes. But if I'm only going to play 3 minutes, I'm only going to play 5 minutes, then I'm getting yanked out the lineup. Then I'm coming back in and then I'm coming back in, and I got to get it going again. And then I'm coming out of the lineup. That's pretty difficult to get a rhythm, especially when you're a rotation player and I'm on limited minutes. So when I think about guys like T.J. Warren, when I think about guys like Terrence Ross, Cameron Payne, if these guys could get consistent minutes and Monty Williams can establish a legit rotation, I think you might see more production out of these guys. Only except we haven't been able to see that because we haven't really gotten we got a small sample size of these guys.
So should they kind of just be like, yo, fuck the defense, we can't stop them. Let's just try to score 150.
That's the only thing you really could do. It's the only thing you could really do. To be honest, it's over with. It's over with.
That's what I was about to say. I'm starting to get the impression that throughout this whole conversation that Phoenix is hopeless.
Phoenix ain't supposed to be here. That's the thing. Phoenix ain't supposed to be here.
No, I agree. If Kawhi, PG healthy, they're losing that series straight up.
Yeah, but
not even PG, just Kawhi.
Yeah. Kawhi's never.
No, you're right. You're right.
Not even all the way healthy. More, it's just playing.
I think I said it on. Chill with Chill. That I think I said on Chill with Chill that the Clippers are one of the biggest disappointments in NBA history, if not the biggest.
If not the biggest, 100%.
Yeah, what team would be a bigger disappointment than this?
Maybe the Nets. If you go with Harden, Kyrie, and KD, you could say maybe them. But I personally think it's the Clippers.
I don't want no part of this conversation right now.
Yeah, I'd go with the Clippers.
I would just go with the Clippers just because because of what SGA has become. So I think also too, like his development in the mix that you gave up. So I would go there, Clippers.
The biggest disappointment in the NBA is the refs.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You know what's coming.
Bro, I just spent an hour. I just spent an hour talking to Leaf on my channel about conspiracies. So please, please don't violate. Please don't violate. Please don't violate.
It's documented, J-Rob.
No, it is. I watched that documentary. I'm hip. I know. I'm hip.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna start running down these super chats. Appreciate everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. We're trying to get to 2,000 likes today. Come on, man. Y'all do us a favor. We giving y'all good content. Give us a good like. Young SA9 said Harden's 45 is greater than Steph's 50 in Game 7.
What?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I wasn't watching what I was watching.
No,
Harden ain't have any empty stats. That's why.
And not only that, the stakes weren't as higher. The stakes weren't as high. I mean, that's elimination game.
I actually don't agree. I actually do not agree with that chill at all. I think the stakes were really. I'm gonna tell you why I think the stakes were really high. Because
what's higher than a Game 7 though? Like,
no, I'm talking about. No, I guess in terms of like the moment, yes. But I think in terms of being able to steal time for Joel Embiid, I think that was a major game by James Harden because I'm looking at for me, Mars, I'm looking at the long term of it because what is happening with Embiid? He hurt again. He's going to get a cortisone shot. So that's pretty much a confirmation that he tore something in his knee. Because that's what when they shoot you up with cortisone, that's what it's for. So if I am the 76ers, I'm trying to steal as much time as I can. So if I can, like right now, they should not play Embiid game 2. Save him for game 3 because you already stole one. Now, if you mess around and win, let's say Harden goes off for 45 and they win game 1 and 2, I might save him again. I'm trying to steal as much time because I still got to play another series if we win it, and I still got to play a finals. And if he's hurt,
J-Rob, if it's torn, it's torn. 2 days ain't gonna do nothing. If it's torn,
it really
it's
isn't.
Yeah, it's not. But you can also take 2 days to get the cortisone shot because that's only going to last about 7 days, 5 days at a time. Maybe. So if you could get it in 2 days instead of the day after, I'm just saying you're trying to steal time.
Now,
but if you can play and go up 2-0, you know what I'm saying? I think you kind of take that chance just because, like I'm saying, it's a difference with Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler just tweaked his ankle. Right. He tore something in his knee. But if he tore something that he could play through, I would let him play just because it's like, yo, we gonna get it while we can. But the reason I agree with Mars is because, like, you right, getting that extra time for Joel is definitely a plus. But if Steph don't go off like he did, that's the end of the season.
Yeah, I think it's because I expected it. I think because I expected it, it doesn't. I expected that from Steph. You feel?
Oh, so you didn't expect that from Harden?
No,
hell no.
Well, you don't expect James Harden to show up in the playoffs? Wow.
That's the thing.
Chill, Mark.
That's the thing, though, Rob. And to counter your point, I mean, with Joel Embiid being hurt, not only with Joel Embiid being hurt, going up against the second best team in the NBA in terms of record on their home floor, we basically playing with house money.
Right.
If they lose Game 7, that unit is getting blown up. Not only is our season over, this unit is getting blown up. So Steph Curry basically extended. Not only did he extend their season, he extended guys on that unit,
right? As
opposed to just what James Harden did. We basically playing a couple of games, which we're supposed to lose, and we playing with house money. So we just want an extra $300 at the blackjack table. So I can take this $300, and if I lose it, no big deal.
They still need to blow it up. Chill, Draymond's a bum.
No.
Don't worry, AJ, listen. The sour grapes over there, they still sour, yo.
No. Draymond is not a bum. I don't like the way I be talking about Draymond up here.
J-Rob been a my bad, J-Rob.
Draymond. You about to say J-Rob been a bum?
Nah, that's my man. You know I would never say that.
Hey, Ron, he know not to do that. Don't do that.
I was talking to J-Rob, so you know. But nah, J-Rob, Draymond, he been a bum, bro. Before we played him.
I'm gonna continue on the super chats. We're not gonna get into Draymond. We're gonna stay on topic. Well said, Mars. How much does longevity matter if those extra years a guy isn't good enough to win with a realistic team? CP3 versus Kawhi. And I don't think LeBron could win until 2012. 2007 and 2011 were free chips.
I don't think 2007 was a free chip. 2011, I think, is less of an indictment on how, like, LeBron's game. Like, I think LeBron's game was good enough to win a championship. I just think, for whatever reason, he decided to be mentally challenged. But if I don't think longevity matters in the sense that if I think you're good enough to win a chip, that's a valuable season. But if you decline, but I still think you can be the second best player on the team that wins a chip, that's still valuable longevity. It's not your prime anymore, but it's still valuable longevity. Like, I think James Harden now is still contributing to his longevity, even if he's not what he used to be a few years ago. So he's obviously not in his prime, but he's still providing valuable extra years that some players like Kawhi Leonard didn't provide early on. And now, like, at this point, he can't even play basketball. So I guess it just depends on the context of the player, I guess.
And if we can't win it, do I retire? I'm still good, but I quit now? Is that what we're doing? Like, all right, I can't win the NBA. So LeBron didn't win the NBA championship. So does he quit? All right, I can't win it, so I'm out. What is that?
That's what they want.
Young SA9 tapped in again, and he said Looney over Sabonis. Is this how we feeling today, fellas?
Fuck out of here.
Based on the recency bias of Jimmy Butler over KD, you might as well say that.
I ain't gonna lie. I just feel like Looney just got more dog, bro. That's what I need sometimes, man.
Just it's like I said, Mike Brown turned into a used car salesman. if they drop off you and you're gonna keep running the same offense with Sabonis getting the ball at the top of the key, that's just bad coaching. You got to run a different set. Sabonis got to come from the baseline, set down picks for your shooters. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
You got more plays. You got more plays.
Listen, I'm rocking with Looney Balls, man. Looney Balls is him, bro. Looney Balls is him.
Looney Balls is crazy.
Looney Balls is him.
Yeah, man.
Donovan Samuel said Lakers in 6. Hashtag strength in numbers. And we will get to this. We will get to this.
Tagline is crazy.
Mars, we are coming to take y'all out, Mars.
I'm a Houston fan, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're a front runner. Hey, J-Rob, you know he's a front runner.
But Jalen about to get traded, bro. They saying he.
Oh, then I said I'm going wherever Jalen Green goes.
Yo, this man is crazy. We traded him for we traded him for RJ Barrett, bro.
No, Jalen Green's not playing with Julius Randle. Don't wish that. No, don't do that.
Chill, bro.
Yo, Big Jeff said if Ty Lue decided to step down as head coach, which coach you guys believe is the best candidate?
Mike D'Antoni.
For the Clippers?
Oh shit.
Mike D'Antoni.
Mars.
Why are you trying to further destruct the Clippers with the Clippers?
Mike D'Antoni. Let's get Russell Westbrook averaging a triple double again. Mike D'Antoni.
Get Steve Nash on that roster.
Oh Jesus.
I'd rather have Steve Nash as the coach.
No, you wouldn't. No, you
I
would
swear,
not.
I'll put that on everything.
No, you would not. No, you would not.
Hey, if you gonna hire Mike D'Antoni, you might as well just hire me. Hey, Mike D'Antoni is I told you already. I told you already. If I went to my son's tryouts and I walked in the gym and I seen Mike D'Antoni is the coach, we're leaving. and my son, I'm either one of my sons, and they're 8 and 6. They can't play for Mike D'Antoni.
I don't see what's wrong with Mike D'Antoni, man. Good coach.
Well, with another super chat, he said, "I'm tired of acting like Pete Duncan isn't a top 3 peak. Shaq dropped every series versus him and got outplayed. Kobe saved him cooking wings. Both peak 99 through 03.
Okay, well, Shaq didn't drop every series because they beat them in 2001, they beat them in 2002, and they beat them in 2004. So that's not true. He didn't drop every series. Okay, we'll start there. Sure, in 1999, they got swept, and 100%. And in 2003, they beat them, 100% about that. Now, when I think about Tim Duncan, I think his peak was a little longer than 03. I think it was 05. I was going to go 05. I was going to go 05. That was as far as I was going to go in terms of his peak. But top 3, better than James, better than Jordan, Chamberlain, man.
Duncan also had David Robertson next to him for most of those series as well. So that Twin Towers unit is what made Shaq struggle more than just Duncan's one-on-one defense. Even though Duncan was great, but it was the double length which made it difficult for Shaq, and it allowed Kobe to thrive because the perimeter defense was a bit more lackluster compared to the interior presence. But Duncan's still great. I just want to go with top 3.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no.
Like, I think you could argue, like, realistic. You could get him to like 5 or 6 if you were optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't have peak Duncan over peak Hakeem. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
No, me neither.
I just think Hakeem was better than him. I think Shaq was better than him. MJ and LeBron are just given. So that would already be 4. Then you'd have to start looking at
Bird,
Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson.
Right. Guys like that.
Chamberlain and those guys as well. Like, I think 5, like 5 to like 8, you could argue, but I could
definitely top 10. Definitely top 10, 100%.
I agree.
Zay in the clutch. Shout out my dude Zay in the clutch. He said Ayton and Looney are examples of hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
100%, Ox. Let me tell you one. I could tell you, a Big Ox, I could teach you footwork. I can teach you how to block out. I can teach you how to slip blockouts. At the end of the day, stick your nose in there and go get the basketball. Period. Stick your nose in there and go get the basketball. It's that simple. I can teach you all the other stuff. All the other stuff. J-Rob,
I know the Suns.
J-Rob, you can get taught. You can get taught footwork. You can get taught how to retreat. At the end of the day, make a play on the ball.
You got to make a play.
Make a play on the ball.
Let's not forget Looney used to be called Kevin Durant in high school. Like, he had talent. Let's not forget. let's not forget.
Well, I mean that's a fact. A lot of the guys in the league that
I like Looney
think they don't got a lot of skill back in high school or whatever.
Well, that's kids, Big Ox. That's all. That's kids, Big Ox. When they leave out the fact that the majority of these guys, 95 to 98% of these guys, were the best player on their high school team, were the best player on their college team.
Yeah.
So
for sure. They all
Pat Bev averaged 30 in high school.
30 a game in Chicago, by the way.
I think Pat Bev is a bad example. I think Pat Bev is a bad example because Pat Bev, I like Pat Bev in the NBA. Yeah. He just played a different role.
Listen, I played against Kyle Anderson in high school, and he was a killer. Slow, methodical, could do whatever he wanted. Had like
he's been slow his whole life.
But see, in high school, bro. In high school, was he that slow in high school though?
Yeah. Yes, bro. I want you to know this man been slow his whole career, bro. Could not speed him up, could not slow him down.
Slow is quick.
Bro. It's like Jimmy
Butler is not playing tonight. Just so everyone knows.
No buckets tonight.
That's a good move. That's a good move by Miami. That's a good move.
Oh yeah, I see. Let's get it. We going.
Now, J-Rob.
If the Knicks drop this game, I'm out.
If the Knicks drop this game, call me, bro. Call me, bro. I might be in the Seattle Ocean. I might be in the Puget Sound, bro.
We might have to go find J-Rob. Hey, J-Rob, you all right?
Come find me, because I'm be sick.
Hey, J-Rob, what's his name? Oh, Gabe. Gabe and Max, they finna go for 30 each tonight.
If the Knicks lose this game tonight, I'm out.
If Julius Randle plays, they'll lose.
Chill, Mars. Don't do that. That's not true. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you what Jalen Brunson's about to have a 25 and 8 and 6 type of night.
He did that Sunday. I think he went 25. I think he did that Sunday, and they still
he's gonna be a dog tonight. We're not going to let Kevin Love throw 3 straight outlet passes cross court like we had to park, and he just.
How you gonna stop that?
Big Ox as a big man. If that happens in our game, especially in practice, we are on the baseline for the rest of practice.
For the rest of the practice,
we on the baseline for the rest of practice. Put them balls up. We on the baseline for the rest of practice.
It ain't necessarily. Oh, you said put the balls up. That's crazy.
Yeah. Put
the basketballs up. Put the basketballs up.
What did the coaches say? What did the coach say? We about to be a track team. I'm going to turn into a track team.
Put those basketballs up.
But look though, that's not necessarily on K Love though, or whoever's guarding K Love. That's on whoever's guarding who's running. Who's running? K Love not passing the ball to himself.
That's why we on the baseline. Oh, y'all dudes don't want to run back? Y'all want to run? Okay. We'll run.
Getting back on defense? Okay.
Y'all want to run? Y'all feel like running? We'll run. We'll get you guys running.
And it's not just the one. It's the, if that happens twice, you on the baseline. If it happens 3 times,
in a row, by the way.
Hey, what was you talking about? That loop? Lock him in a room for 15 minutes and let him just watch the loop? Watch the loop. Watch the loop, y'all.
Just watch. No, look at that right there. See that?
I know Thibodeau couldn't believe his mind. But all right, I got a couple more super chats I want to get to. Kwabe said, "Ticket, the hindsight merchant is back."
Man, I can't wait for Ticket to pop back up like the boogeyman in a couple minutes.
Markel Kane said, "Ticket is always right. I don't give a fuck." Chill. I'm assuming that C is chill. All right.
The dude you riding with.
Proto and Nanny Girl with the super chat said, "I really love y'all dudes. Chill, I'm a big fan, bro. If Bron wins this year and is 1 chip away from tying Jordan, do you think he would end up playing even longer to pass him? I'm a Bron and 76ers fan. Chill, how you feel about this?"
I don't think he plays any longer. To be honest with you, like you had mentioned this before, Ron, about he looks like he did in 2013. I don't think James is playing 3 more seasons. I think he'll play 3 more seasons. I think he's waiting on his boy, and I think he's out. And in the process of that, if he wins, that's great. But I don't think he's playing 4 or 5 more years. No, I think he's waiting on his boy, and I think he's out. And if they win, like I said, if they win in this process, all it's doing is adding to the legend for me, because I already got my mind made up. So if they end up winning, I'm not going to come in here and be like, "Yo, you seen this?" Now what you guys? I'm just going to be like, "You see it?"
Hey, with all the respect to the King, but I don't see it happening this year. It's going to be a tough.
I'd be surprised too. I would be surprised too. I would be if they won.
Don't worry, you'll see tonight. And it's the reason why y'all wasn't guarding Steph Curry last game, because you ain't want to guard LeBron 7 games.
Shut up, man.
I think they're fine with
Hello.
And low down in the house.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick.
Down in the house.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
low down in the house.
Look.
What happened?
So what? I'm ducking smoke, low.
Nah, I mean, I'm here now, so you're not ducking nothing, man.
No
Hey, man,
doubt.
I
you
wish,
gotta do that, Ron. Take a
I'm
shot.
just making sure.
I
I'm
wish-
just making sure it's not smoking right now.
I wish we could talk about the Kings, but since they lost, I guess
Yeah,
nothing matters.
they out of here. They out
Nothing matters anymore. So
Hey,
this
hey,
whole
yeah,
season doesn't matter.
Hey, we on to some new shit. Hey, Lo, you not trolling me, baby. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Hey, next day I was in the airplane. Out of there.
Hey, man, I guess so, man. Nothing matters.
I don't
Man.
praise no losing.
Exactly, none of that matters.
Fuck
Not a
that
single
whole,
thing.
Fuck that whole season.
Whole season don't matter. Out the window, man. None of it matters.
I'm proud of them, but they don't get no trophy.
I don't know why you proud of them. They ain't win nothing. I don't know what.
Damn, we just take away De'Aaron's clutch player of the year. Just
none of that matters, Mars.
Mike Brown's coach of the year. Just
none of that matters.
Both of them dudes making an all-star team.
Because they both sold. They both sold. How you coach of the year and you got Davion Mitchell on the bench and Steph Curry out here going.
Hey, Lo, see what you started, Lo?
I ain't started nothing. This is his logic. That's his logic.
This is goofy that you doing this.
I want to, because Primo made a very good point about Mike Brown. He will get your team a bunch of wins. He'll get you there, but he's not gonna get you over the hump. And I'm like, you know what? Fire his ass.
Oh my god!
Damn. Shit. You got Davion Mitchell on the bench and Steph Curry out here going for 50.
That's the definition of ungrateful.
My boy said, fire his ass.
Big Ox got the dope chick that he ain't had a chick in years, but he got a dope chick, and after one mess up, she dumped. We dumping her.
Damn.
None of it matters, man.
Let me buy in this chicken and see some pink. Get your ass out of here.
The chicken ain't cooked. I'm dumping her. Goodbye. Even though you ain't had a good meal in years. She's actually put together some real good meals. Got your house is filthy before she showed up. Cleaned up your crib, got you looking fresh, got you smelling good.
Everything.
You come home and the dinner ain't on the table and the chicken ain't cooked one day.
Damn,
she's out the door.
Yeah, there's a sock on the floor.
Hey, I'm going back to eating McDonald's and wearing the same drawers two days in a row.
What is going on
Crazy.
right now? What is we doing? Lo, you started this.
Hey, Lo, he wearing the same drawers and all, Lo.
Everything.
Hey, 3 days in a row.
I'm gonna hold on to this chick. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I'm gonna hold on to her. You wow, yo. You wow.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. That's crazy, Ox. I was
fire him just like that.
Fire his ass.
Man, those look. Now I know we don't want to go into this too much, but y'all remember I wasn't here yesterday, so I didn't get to get this off my chest.
Please.
I'm saying game 5, you got 10 seconds up on the clock. We need 1 point, and this is the set you run. This is what you do, and we get Harrison Barnes shooting a 3. That's a unforgivable offense right there. Number 1. Then number 2, game 7, you fall in love with what happened in game 6, and you didn't even coach that game 6. That fell into your hands. You didn't expect to play that small ball lineup. That was just because DeMontis got in trouble. Now you want to go off of that. You want to do the same thing. Terrence Davis. I love Terrence Davis, but he got to sit. He got game 7. Terrence, you got to sit down. Davion got to guard Steph Curry 94 feet. You keep running the same offensive set when Steve Kerr obviously has the answer for it. Nobody's guarding DeMontis up top. That offense only works if somebody's guarding DeMontis up top. Nobody was guarding him. Put him on the baseline, run a different set. These were just things that I think that's what separates a really good coach from an almost great coach.
And with all of that, and with all of that being said, can I forget to mention, just so you know, for the last 17 years, you've been in the projects. Roaches and rats going on in your crib. That's it. Right?
We be honest with ourselves. Projects might honestly be a step up. They were homeless. Homeless.
So really in the cardboard jungles, bro. Cardboard jungles.
So are we going to leave out the fact that not only are you in the playoffs, Big Ox, you're going up against the defending NBA champs. It ain't like we're going up against.
We're not impressed by them. Chill. Everybody impressed by them.
Nobody's asking. You didn't have to. Nobody's asking.
That doesn't mean you fire your coach because you.
That doesn't mean that.
That don't mean that. It just don't mean that.
Hey, I want 100% of nothing.
That does not mean that. I'm not impressed with my girl.
I'm gonna keep it a beat with you though. I'm semi like that as well. It's like I don't.
I want 100% of nothing.
So you don't believe there's no such thing as failure. It's just steps to success.
No. In my real life, honestly,
Giannis was dead wrong, Mars. He was dead wrong. Mars, he was dead wrong.
Hold on, Lo. What you was about to say?
In my real life is like either like if I want something, like either give me what I want or you ain't gotta give me. Like my birthday just passed. Either get me what I want or don't give me nothing at all.
Okay, your birthday is something different. Okay, in life,
no. In life, like for example, if I want something specific to eat, if I can't have it, I'm good with just whatever. Don't even ask me no more. I'm not going to settle for nothing else.
But you know what you're not going to do? You know what you're not going to do? You're not going to not eat. Okay, you're not going to do that.
Sometimes I might just snack on something.
But that's my point. You're not going to not eat. So you got a coach. You got a coach and a crew. You got a crew that's promising, right? You got
hey,
we're not talking about y'all chill.
Hey, I'm gonna snack on something. I'm gonna snack on something. Something's gonna get snacked on. Hey,
y'all chill.
Something's gonna get snacked on, man.
Those ain't even the caramel bugles. What you doing, Lo? You gotta have the caramel joints.
Something gonna get snacked on, man.
Bugles.
Something gonna get smacked on or smoked on, man.
This is what we do around here.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, real talk though, Chilton. We might as well bring Luke Walton back.
No.
That's going in the negative. See that? Now, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm not gonna go backwards though. I'm not gonna go backwards.
Is that what we doing now, Lo? So I'm gonna get back with the ex chick. I'm gonna get back with the ex chick that I used to have to call the cops on.
Right.
The one who I couldn't find for 3 days. I'm gonna get back with her.
At least
men love toxic, bro. Men love toxic. Men love toxic.
At least she used to my toxic way.
Men love toxic, man. Men love toxic. We don't want to admit it. Men love
toxic. I'm sorry, Ron. Keep going, brother. Keep going.
My bad, Ron.
Man, all I want to say is I hope that vacation, that trip to Mexico,
get that mind right.
Ocean can, I hope that can ease your thoughts. I hope you could come back thinking a little more pure.
Damn.
Yeah, fire his ass.
Best chick I had in years, and I'm dumping her because she didn't cook me a plate. You out? Beat it.
I want Tony Braxton, or I'm single.
Now I ain't gonna lie, we like toxic. They got that thing with the switch on it, so we like the toxic ones.
Woo!
Woo!
All right, y'all. Come on, let's get back to it. Markel Kane said, "Chill, an encyclopedia for basketball knowledge too."
Thank you.
Alexander Lafort said, "Do you think KD OKC playoff run is better than Jimmy's?"
What?
Which OKC playoff run? 2012?
And which Jimmy playoff run?
Right. 2022. Well, this one's only
the bubble.
I have 6
games.
Bubble. Oh, 2012 is better than the bubble.
Are they talking about KD's playoff run where he got swept by the Celtics, or?
No, you talking about obviously not the one that got swept by the Celtics. Not that one.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the bubble. I like the bubble more than most people, and I don't want to get into this bubble thing.
Yeah, but that's because you're a LeBron James guy.
No, I think the bubble was just the purest form of basketball. No excuses, open gym style basketball.
Yeah, no excuses. No excuses, and your guy came out on top. So it makes it more valid. I understand.
If Kawhi Leonard would have came out on top, would anybody say anything about it?
No, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Kawhi Leonard, you can't stay healthy. You got 5 months off.
Okay, I heard that point. But if Kawhi Leonard got out the mass by mass media, they're not talking about.
Oh yeah, but that's the mass media. But the mass media.
I just think that. Go ahead, Lo.
No, but I just say if the Lakers beat the Warriors, the same 4 teams that make the conference finals are going to make it again this year. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You don't believe in the Knicks.
Chill. Don't violate my Knicks, Lo.
Julius Randle might not come back.
Don't violate my Knicks, Lo. Don't violate. Come on, let's do it.
Mars is trying to trigger me right now. He's trying to.
But Julius Randle won't play, so they might.
You see how
you keep saying Julius Randle?
Don't fall for it, Lo. Don't fall for it, Lo. We got Jalen Brunson. Wait
a minute, Lo, one more time. If who beats who? One more time.
The Lakers beat the Warriors, which I think may be the only true upset. Right. The same 4 teams that made the conference finals in the bubble will make it this year. Like I think most people think that the Celtics going to beat the Sixers.
Yeah.
The Heat will beat the Knicks. You don't believe? Okay, you're crazy. The Lakers, if the Lakers beat the Warriors and the Nuggets beat the Suns, they'll be the same 4 teams. So the argument of the bubble being frauds, when all those teams are healthy like they are this year, they somehow made it back to the conference finals.
I mean, a lot has changed since
Thank
then.
you, Lo.
And to be honest with you, outside of the Lakers, how much has really changed? I mean, obviously players getting better on those teams, but like Jokic is better in
Boston had like
and Boston is better.
Guys back then.
Yeah, Boston is better.
So the teams.
Whoa. Outside of Kemba, is not everybody else? Because wasn't Horford?
Yeah, but Brad Stevens was the coach. Like, it's a different.
I think it might be a worse coach, actually. It might be a worse coach.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is.
Missoula's definitely
Philly's making it anyway. I don't know why we're talking. Philly's making it to conference finals. So that's just.
Am I talking now? Am I supposed to be narrative? Am I narrative low or am I?
No.
I got the Sixers too.
Basketball low. Okay, basketball low. Okay.
And we know Philly's.
Well, you got a conspiracy? Let me hear the conspiracy first, though, Lo.
No. I said narrative low or basketball low.
Now let's get the narrative. I might be behind the narrative. Let's hit the narrative first. Narrative is low.
Do we want narrative low?
We want the narrative low. Narrative is more fun.
Hey, Lo, and by the way, Lo, you stay throwing. You stay throwing.
No, we want a good narrative, bro.
So don't be scared to put it out there now. What's the narrative low about? What's going on?
I mean, I will just figure out what questions be asked, man.
Anyway, Ron,
a lot of narratives being pushed this
love a good narrative
season.
Chat, go ahead and talk to us. Which one you want, narrative low or basketball low? While you guys are voting, I'm gonna continue to read these super chats. Oscar Proud Jr. said, "Y'all drunk. KD in the game of basketball is far and away better than." I think he meant to say Jimmy. He said KD, but he said far and away better than Jimmy. Jimmy play hard as fuck.
Yeah, KD is better than Jimmy Butler. Should be common sense.
Yeah. Okay, Morris. That's an interesting thing.
Hey, but you know what though?
No. Not that narrative.
This is the narrative, Lou.
Narrative bro is running away on the poll right now. Narrative low has 67% of the votes.
This shows.
Hey, but if Philly does pop Boston, if Philly does pop Boston, we might have to revisit this because Jimmy beating Philly.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
All right.
No, he's not.
Jimmy Butler does not want to see playoff James Harden.
I'll take a 70%.
See, now Mars gets the troll.
So James Harden didn't just have 40.
Stop. Mars gets the troll. But when I want to do it's a problem.
I heard him, Lo.
So James Harden didn't just have 45.
You're trolling me. You're trolling.
So James Harden didn't just have 45.
Jimmy Butler had 56
in the previous
and 42 in the closeout game.
And that's 42.
What did he do against the Knicks?
He averaged the most points since LeBron in the series.
What did he do?
Getting locked up by the Knicks.
What did he do against the Knicks?
Look at Mars.
Mars
is trolling you.
Is James Harden hurt? Is James Harden hurt? No, James Harden stays healthy.
Exactly. All right. And so when I get onto narrative low, don't say nothing, Mars. Don't say nothing.
Is that narrative or facts?
Those are narratives.
So James Harden is a narrative. You have 45. It's a narrative.
It's a narrative that it's such as Harden, playoff Harden.
That's real life. When has James Harden ever missed the playoffs?
This is it. Because Harden, the narrative behind Harden right now, every pro Harden person, he never missed the playoffs and he's never been swept. Those are the two narratives.
And guess what? Both of them are still staying true. He's never been swept.
All right, say less.
He's always been in the playoffs. There we go.
Say less, more. So since this is what we're doing, fine.
You just got cooked.
No, say less. No, say less.
You just got cooked.
Say less.
All right, y'all. Sharky HD said the two-way player reputation is really a joke.
No, it's not.
Tatum guarding the corner three, and the other two-way players are washed. And KD is not top 5 in the NBA today.
Who's
AD? AD is not washed.
AD is not washed.
AD is not.
Giannis is not washed.
Giannis not washed either.
I don't think he said AD was washed. He just said he wasn't top 5 in the NBA.
No, he said the other two-way players are washed.
Curry's not washed either.
Curry is not washed.
Two-way player Curry. Is that what?
No,
talking about Mars. Then you want to make the argument that the offense is so great that it makes up for the lack.
That's not the traditional term of two-way.
No, but you.
That's not the traditional term.
I'm fine. My bad. Jokic is not washed though. Jokic is not washed.
Oh, Jokic is a two-way player now.
Is he anchoring at one of the best playoff defenses right now?
Anchoring, no. He's just there.
Oh, wow.
He's still getting cooked.
Well, tell KD to cook him.
By who? Who's he getting cooked by?
Anthony Edwards was cooking him.
Tell KD to cook him if you're better than Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler would not cook Jokic.
No way, you don't believe that. See, you don't even believe that.
You think how would Jimmy Butler cook Jokic?
Jimmy Butler cooked Drew Holiday. You don't think he's cooking Jokic?
Drew Holiday is not better than Jokic.
Defensively?
Defensively?
At basketball.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
we're not doing that.
See,
who's a better rim protector, Drew Holiday or Jokic?
Jokic in this playoffs.
And what's more valuable, rim protection or perimeter defense?
Rim protection and roaming. Jokic provides
So
that.
Jokic is a better defender than Drew Holiday. There we go.
That's what I just said that.
You're cooked. Okay.
And he's going. And
what's happening right now? What am I involved?
He's gonna. But the problem is that he's gonna bring him out on the perimeter. Mars.
He's not gonna. You can play drop against Jimmy Butler. You can play drop coverage.
Oh, and that's what Bud did.
Yeah, but that's against a Coach Bud team. It's different.
Wait, hold on. Coach Bud, brother died in a car accident.
He's been playing drop coverage.
He's been a trash coach since 2019. His brother was alive and well those years.
Yeah,
so that's not it. That's not an excuse.
Let's stop.
Rest in peace to his brother. Though. Rest in
facts.
Damn, you two MFs up top. We've been saying that he should get fired all season long. So I don't disagree with that.
Sacramento should get Bud.
Look, I don't disagree with you.
No, Ox will lose his mind. Ox will lose his
he's not coming back from Mexico. I promise you.
Yeah, no, Ox will lose his mind if he had Coach Bud on the bench.
I'll be a Trailblazers fan. I swear I will.
Oh man, that
means more trips to Portland.
That would be the straw that broke the camel's back right there. I stuck with them through 17 years of squalor, homelessness, if you ask Low.
Man,
I can't do that.
Coach Bud is a champion. He's a champion coach.
Stop.
Come on, Ryan.
All right,
two-time coach of the year, but it's fine. Carry on.
Ryan Newsom said if Jimmy advances to the conference finals / NBA finals and KD gets eliminated in the second round, does that move Jimmy past KD?
If Jimmy wins a ring this year, he's over KD all time.
Thank you, Jesus.
Because what has KD done remotely close to what Jimmy's doing with this team?
Without Curry, I agree. Without Curry, nothing.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. No, I feel y'all points. It's just like, you know, when something's like,
who's a better defender?
No, Jim easily.
And he's a better passer as well.
No, I'm not saying. I think he's a better playmaker. I think he's a better playmaker. I think he's a better player performer. I don't disagree with y'all, but
who got a bigger heart?
Oh, Jimmy, easy.
Who don't run from the grind?
So if he moves past,
what's up?
So if he moves past KD all time, that must mean he's close to KD all time.
That championship will move him up a lot.
Y'all got KD all time, like, and y'all don't got to say the exact number, just the range, like top 20, top 15,
top 30, top 50. He's top 30. He's top 30.
Hey, Ron, does Dale
if Jimmy, because you got to imagine Jimmy Butler will beat the
They're
Knicks.
definitely not going to
Giannis,
and then he'll that's Giannis, the Knicks, coached by Tom Thibodeau, who's an elite coach.
Yes.
Then you got Boston, who are just in the finals, or the MVP in Joel Embiid in the conference finals. And then in the finals, he's either going against two-time MVP Jokic, some people's GOAT, LeBron James,
or
Kevin Durant himself, or Steph Curry.
Right.
Like if he wins the championship, how's that not over KD?
I just never in my life thought I'd be
with a team like this, with a team full of undrafted guys, like you said, Chill, full of undrafted guys. With no Tyler Hero as well.
Yo, Mars, you know what? Jimmy done been here before. Now that I think on it, remember that Minnesota practice where he took the third string?
Yeah, exactly. He's doing it in the NBA. As the first 8 seed to win a championship.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Talk to us, Chill. It sounds like you got something you got to.
I don't know. I'm low in Mars. I might be with y'all.
I made a very compelling argument.
They made a compelling argument because if we really look at it, outside of scoring the basketball, Jimmy is more of a dog. He is a better playmaker. He is a better defender. He do got more heart. Like, these are actual facts. I can't deny that.
Who's more clutch?
At no point was Jimmy Butler ever in the conversation as the best player in the game.
Wrongfully so.
Wrongfully so. We made a mistake. We made a mistake on that.
Last year in the playoffs. Last year in the playoffs, it's hard to argue that he wasn't in the argument for the best player in the world.
Okay,
last year I don't know about best player in the world.
Last year in the playoffs, right? So before the playoffs, Mars, you are absolutely
chill. Do you have T-Mac in your top 10? Do you have T-Mac in your top 10? Because he does it all in the regular season, but in the playoffs, what happens?
Those two
the playoffs matter, Chill.
The playoffs absolutely matter. But here's the difference with that, though. The difference with that is T-Mac, it didn't translate in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler is an all-league performer. Jimmy Butler is an all-league
Who's
defender.
still elevated.
But at no point was Jimmy Butler ever considered the best player on planet Earth.
Here's a problem. Here's a problem. I'm gonna say.
I don't think KD was ever the best player on planet Earth.
That's the
No,
Chill.
he was in the conversation though.
Those are bad conversations.
He was in the conversation.
He shouldn't.
I don't ever think. No, don't get me wrong. I don't think ever. I don't ever think that he was better than LeBron James ever.
Yeah, at no point.
And I don't think that. And I still don't think to this day. I don't think he's better than Curry. With that being said, there was a conversation with him being the best player in the game. I never heard
saying that was Stephen A. Smith.
I never heard a conversation ever with Jimmy Butler as the best player in the NBA. Never heard that.
Okay, but if he wins it this year, would he be in the conversation?
Even with that being said, you're telling me as of right now he's top. Well, I think Lo said top 50. So top 50. So I go from top 50. Let's just say he's 45, right? Let's put a number on it. Let's say 45. Him going on this historic playoff run, that goes from 45 to top 15.
Oh, I said KD's top 15.
KD's not top 15.
KD's not top 15.
I have him like top 25.
Dependent on Jimmy winning
for my top 15,
he has to win a ring.
You have to lead a team to win a championship to be my top 15, or at least in that conversation.
Because Jimmy Butler with a championship moves over a bunch of people who have no rings. Like he moves anyone who doesn't have a ring, he moves over you automatically.
Immediately.
Carmelo, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash.
Goddamn minds.
Jimmy Butler couldn't pass John. Jimmy Butler couldn't pass.
So Jimmy Butler winning a championship as an 8 seed doesn't put him above John Stockton. Are you serious?
Wait. Come on.
Answer that question.
So Jimmy Butler winning a championship as an 8 seed this year wouldn't put him above John Stockton.
No.
Yes, chill. What do you mean?
No, we don't care about winning. We just don't care about winning.
Chill, bro. Chill. Come on now. Over John Stockton? Over John Stockton? Are we really? Come on, chill. Over John Stockton? If Jimmy Butler takes a team of this panel to an NBA Finals and wins it with Big Ox at center, he's passing John Stockton.
That's the best case scenario. I'm the best center Jimmy Butler ever had.
Okay, all right.
But no. Let me chill. But no, look. He's not better than Karl Malone. He's not better than Charles Barkley. No, he's not better than John Stockton.
That's crazy.
No.
Y'all, the standard of Charles Stockton.
John Stockton was never in the conversation of the best player in the world.
Jimmy Butler is better than Can't Keep My Hands to Myself.
He was in the
Jimmy Butler is better than Can't Keep My Hands to Myself.
Let's stop the trolling. Let's stop the trolling right now.
Okay, now you're going too far, bro.
Yeah. Let's stop the trolling. We're gonna stop the trolling.
If he wins that chip, he will be better.
I wanna stop the trolling for a second, and I wanna ask a very serious question. Why would he not be over Stockton?
If he gets the chips.
And a finals MVP.
If you get the chip in the finals,
not Carmelo.
I got you. I'll let you. We can. That could be a conversation. If you have him over John Stockton, I'm not going to argue with you. I strongly disagree, but I see where you're coming from. I do, but I'm not going to talk to you about Charles Barkley.
No. We're trolling with that.
I'm not going to talk to you about Allen Iverson.
And no, Jerry West and we'll be trolling.
So you're praising losing.
That's my point. That's my so Ox. You just sat here and said you're gonna throw out the entire King series.
We got so many things. So many things. There are so many things that go into winning.
Yes.
So many things that
such as being a great player.
Absolutely, being a great player.
Stockton was never at that level.
He was the best league guard in the game at one point in his career.
Was he
ever in the conversation for the best player in the game?
And he was never the best.
Was he ever the best player on his team? Was he ever the best player on his team?
It was never that. He was never
the best. He was never the best player on his team. No, he wasn't. However,
best player in the game.
No, but he's the best player on his team, though.
And John Stockton at one point. John Stockton at one point was the best point guard in the game. That was going on.
That's a pretty low bar when Magic Johnson retired.
Even if it's a low bar. We're talking about a guy in Jimmy Butler who thrived in the playoffs 100%. I will not argue that. He thrived in the playoffs on a subpar Miami Heat team,
Yeah, because Giannis broke his back.
On a subpar Miami Heat
Don't
team.
matter.
Meanwhile, a guy in John Stockton who played in a nightmare of a Western Conference had to deal with Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley and Gary Payton and Sean Kemp and managed to make it to the NBA Finals, who the best team of that era was waiting for him and Michael Jordan, and they lost to them twice. So I think the situations are two completely different situations.
Chill, you do got to bring up one thing that did happen with Jimmy Butler. He made it to the championship too, and he ran into who?
He ran into James.
Greatest player of the generation.
Hold on.
The greatest player of the generation.
But no, we got to still put it in the context. His
Greatest
team
player
was
of the
undermanned
generation.
too. Who was injured during that series?
Bam.
And Adebayo and Goran Dragic.
When John Stockton went against the Bulls, Scottie Pippen had a bad back, and they still
that was that one game.
And you thought that they were going to win that series. You said you thought they were going to win it.
I had them winning that series.
And who underperformed?
Who underperformed in that series?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody underperformed. The Bulls were. The Bulls were better. Are you saying that Stockton underperformed?
No.
Are you saying he didn't underperform?
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying he did underperform. No, I'm not saying he underperformed. Absolutely not.
So you expected what he gave you in that series?
Yes, that's what you said.
Then he's not better than Jimmy Butler. If that's what you expected from him.
We're talking about a John Stockton in 1998 who was in year 14.
You thought they were going to win. You thought they were going to win
because I thought they had the better team at that point. That's why.
I can name 10 players without rings that are still better than Jimmy Butler with the ring.
Name them.
Easy, bro.
Name them.
We could start with Chris Webber.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna catch you.
Why
you have to start with a Kings guy? You just clearly went biased.
I'm not really.
You just clearly went biased. You just clearly went biased.
Come on.
So y'all two are telling me y'all three are telling me that you take Jimmy Butler over Chris Webber, right?
You said with a ring. You said with a ring.
Okay.
Yes, Jimmy Butler's over Chris Webber all the time.
But your own logic, Bob. You would have to take him as well. You would have to.
Why did you start with Chris Webber? You could have started with I don't know.
Because that's easy.
Chris Webber, bro.
That's easy.
Chris Webber's not easy. That's
not easy, bro.
Jimmy Butler is over Chris Webber with a ring.
I'll be forgetting y'all 15 years old and don't know what you're talking about.
I watched you well.
I hate See, you know what? That's a cop out. That's such a cop out. I hate when you old MFs do that.
They're not that old. Me and Bob are the same age. He just chatting right now.
You guys are both old. That's crazy.
Wait.
Yes, we're about the same age. Bob is just chatting right now.
But also, I would number one, I would never say that. I would never say that. But for everything, oh my goodness, wow, that's pretty incredible for a guy to be an All-Pro, for longer than a decade, and to be the best player at his position, arguably the best player at his position, and for Jimmy Butler to have a great playoff run, which he did. I'm not going to fight that. For Jimmy Butler to have a great playoff run as the 8th seed, I think we're talking about something that's pretty incredible. We're talking about something that's incredible for him to do.
How many players can you say in NBA history have been the best player on a championship team?
How many players have been the Wait a minute. I want to make sure I understand your question. From the beginning of the season to the end of the season, when they win the NBA championship, how many players have been the best player on their team?
How many can you say have done that in the history of the game? So maybe exclude George Michael and those guys. Go so let's start with 1960. So I think in 1960, the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship in 60. Yes. Bill Russell was the best player on that team from the beginning to the end. 61, Russell was also the best player on that team from beginning to end. 62, Russell was the best player. All the way to 66.
All the way to 66.
And then you got Wilt in 67.
Chamberlain in 67.
68 and 69 is Boston again.
68 and 69. He was, but I'm not sure he was the best player in 69.
Would you say Havlicek?
But he was. You can make the argument of Havlicek.
Okay.
You could make the argument of Havlicek. In 70, it was Willis Reed. Right. Okay. In 71, it was Jabbar. In 72, it was Chamberlain. In 73, it was Willis Reed again. 100%. In 74,
Havlicek or Dave Cowens.
I think Dave Cowens was the best player on that team.
That's valid.
Right. So in 75, Rick Barry. In 76, That would be Portland. That would be
77 is Portland, right?
77 is Portland. I'm sorry. And 75 was
76 is Boston. 76 is Boston.
That's Havlicek.
Mm-hmm.
I think Havlicek was the best player on that team from the beginning to the end. Mm-hmm. And 77, that's Portland, and I think that's Bill Walton. And 78, I think that's Wes Unseld. I think that's Wes Unseld from the beginning to the end.
79 is Seattle.
And 79 is Seattle. It's Dennis Johnson won the Finals MVP, but the best player on that team, was it Dennis Johnson or was it Jack Sikma?
Let's just say whatever. It's 10.
Either one, that's another player. So that's 10 people so far. 10. In 20 years, we've got 10 people.
Okay,
and then you got the 80s. It's Magic, Bird, and Moses Malone, right? And then Zeke. Magic, Bird, Moses Malone, and Zeke.
14 players.
So that's 14 players. Then the 90s, you got Jordan, Hakeem, and Duncan, right?
Right.
That's 17 players.
17 players.
Olajuwon too.
Jordan, Hakeem, Duncan.
Okay.
17.
Then you got the 2000s. You got Shaq.
18.
You got Kobe.
19.
Who was the best player on the Pistons?
Rasheed.
Chauncey Billups.
Billups. And then D Wade is 21.
21.
Right? Then you got LeBron. Then you got Dirk, 22.
Yep.
LeBron, 23. Right?
Let's see. Paul Pierce was the best
Paul
player
Pierce
on
or
that
KG. Paul Pierce or KG.
Let's go Paul.
Okay, either one. That's another player.
24.
So we're at 24. Then we're at LeBron, right. 25.
We already count LeBron.
We got with Brian again in 2010.
Yeah,
we already counted.
I said Kobe, Dirk, and LeBron. So
keep going.
How many names are we at?
They basically were Kawhi or Duncan.
No, Steph, Kawhi, Giannis, right?
24, 25, 26.
And then maybe you could argue KD. Do you want to say KD?
And 27. Long story short,
Jimmy Butler's on a list of less than 30 people.
It's not even 30.
If he does this.
So he's on a list of.
He will be able to lead them to the finals for the second time. So it wouldn't be like this is some one-off, like some of the other names that we listed off.
Seattle and
it wouldn't even be that. This would be the second time he'd be able to do it. This would be the second or third time where his players elevated to that status in the postseason. We're talking about potentially stringing together a 5-year stretch in his career where he's playing at a level in which 99.9% of the league's history players could never even touch.
So that's 30. So 27 guys in the 75-year history of the NBA. 27 guys. So that's a quarter.
Yeah, even if I want to throw you names like Barkley, Malone, Ewing, Dr. J, who didn't win it, who still could play at that level, we're talking about 30 to 35 names of players. Him being able to sustain that level for potentially a 5-year period. No, that is better than John Stockton. Y'all, the standard of John Stockton is so crazy to me.
I think you leaving out. I think you leaving out John Stockton being the engine of that crew. Like they're not doing that without him. I think what you're doing is you're putting in the quote unquote best player on a championship unit and the engine on the championship unit in John Stockton. That crew doesn't go without him. Just like that crew doesn't go without Jimmy Butler. That crew doesn't. Malone's not.
That's Malone, the point. Jimmy's the engine and the best player.
Malone is not doing what Malone is not. Malone is not doing what he's doing without Stockton. Just like Stockton ain't doing what he's doing without Malone. So the same could be said with Jimmy Butler. As good as Jimmy Butler is he doing that without? Is he just doing that all by himself?
You're the one who said he had 7 undrafted guys.
That he did. You're right. That's correct. That is
possible.
Man, I can't stand this.
Like he's got Bam. He's got Bam and he's got Spo.
Bam.
We
absolutely do gotta.
It's just a different standard.
Jimmy Butler with a ring is in the top 25.
It's a different standard. It's just a different standard.
It's not a different standard, Lo. No, it is not. It is not. No, I'm not. Before we go, I'm not gonna say that he didn't do it with less than. Oh, I'm not gonna say that because he absolutely did that. 100%. 100%. He did it with less than what Malone did, what Barkley did. Right. I'm not gonna say that, but to say that what he did and winning an NBA championship, like a lot of that stuff in winning an NBA championship, a lot of that stuff, you need some things to go your way. You do.
I agree with that.
Such as a 56 point. Like if the things that are going, I'm gonna say the things that are going in Jimmy. I mean, Giannis getting hurt, but the things, Giannis was going to struggle against them anyway because he's been struggling. The things that are going in favor of Jimmy is literally him performing at a ridiculously high level.
Which he's never done like that before.
Giannis struggled against the Heat the year they won a championship. He was bad in that series.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't bad. He was 23 and 15 in that series, low, and he dominated on the backboard.
When did he shoot from the field?
Let's kill just the buckets thing, because now what you're doing is you're just turning this into buckets. You're leaving out the fact that he completely dominated on the backboard. Completely dominated on the backboard against a team.
That's because Miami couldn't make threes. And whose fault is that? That's not my fault. So if there's more rebounds to get, Giannis is going to get more rebounds.
And if there's more rebounds to get, then you would think that there's other guys down here to challenge him.
Well, we know Brook Lopez is notoriously a terrible rebounder.
Well, that's not my problem.
But that doesn't make Giannis mean he's had a good series because there's more rebounds to get, so he got more rebounds.
And because there's more rebounds to get, he got him, because somebody else could have got him if that's the case.
No, he's the best rebounder on the team, but that doesn't mean he played.
No, he was the best rebounder in the series.
Yeah, I agree.
So it wasn't just about buckets.
I agree, but he was the best rebounder.
And that had a lot to do with the reason why they swept them.
Fellas.
I don't agree with that.
Hey, fellas, let's just digress. When Jimmy is able to win a ring, then we can come back and talk about this. All right. Hey,
I love this.
We just went down such a black hole of conspiracies and whatnot. Now let's bring it back.
Okay.
Let's bring it back.
Okay.
Tonight, in a couple hours,
there's no way he's stuck.
We have the two best players of our generation. LeBron versus Steph Curry. The Lakers versus the Warriors. We got to get into it. Let's talk about it. How are we feeling about this series? I need thoughts and I need predictions. J-Rob, I'm going to start with you.
Hey, Lo.
J-Rob, take that fan hat off, J-Rob.
Let me turn it around real quick.
Take the fan hat off, and I need you to put your analyst hat on. That's what I need you to do,
J-Rob. Put my analyst hat on. Hey, Lo, who would have thought we'd be here? Remember a few months ago?
Here we go, man.
Lo, who would have thought we'd be here?
Not Mars. Not Mars. Mars didn't think that. I dare you to say something, Mars. I dare you to say.
You wanted me to foresee all those trades.
I dare you to say something, Mars.
You wanted me to foresee all those trades.
Hey, Lo.
When the trades happen, you didn't see us here.
Yeah, Lo.
In the second round? In the second round?
I dare you.
Oh yeah, I had you guys losing to Memphis. That's fine.
Hey, Lo, what's that mean? Hey, what's that mean? Who'd have thought we'd ever be here, guys? Who'd have thought we'd be here?
Man, nobody thought we'd be here.
Nobody thought we'd be here. But I'm gonna say this: Lake showing 6. There's my biggest thing is I think we're gonna win on the boards. Personally, if your mindset is you think Andrew Wiggins is going to score 20 and give you everything defensively to stop Bron, I don't see that happening. I don't see an answer for. Look, I love Looney Balls, but he's not the brow. I think AD is an absolute monster. Everything at the rim, you feel me? It's over with. 26 blocks in the series. So ultimately, I got to go Lakers in 6. I think it's actually going to be a little bit easier than people think. I don't think it's going to be this grudge match that people think it's going to be. And I just think Bron got to cruise kind of through that first series. So I think he's fully energized to give 128% to get it done. So I'm going to take the Lakers in 6.
Yo, Ox, I need you to follow along Chill's theory and what he's been saying. Take that fan hat off. I know you got some vengeance against one of these teams. All right.
Both of them. One's just 20-year-old vengeance.
Oh, facts. All right. Well, it evens itself out. Yo, who you taking and why?
First of all, I don't got no vengeance. I'm a humble man. You know. Honestly, bro, this one is really hard to call. I just don't know what I'm gonna get from the Lakers. I know what to expect from the Warriors. You know, we've been expecting the same thing. Even when they break down, Steph Curry can carry. Man, I've been thinking about this ever since we lost the other day. I'm like, yo, who was gonna win this series? And I honestly can't call it, but I think it's gonna be another battle for the Warriors. I think I got the Warriors in 7. I think I got the Warriors in 7, bro. I got the Warriors in 7 for sure.
Mars, we would love to hear who you got and why.
LeBron better hope he doesn't lose this series.
Now y'all think this is funny? Y'all think this is funny? This is for real, yo.
LeBron better hope, because if he's 1-4 against Steph Curry in the playoffs,
I'm telling you the stuff that I'm.
Michael Jordan's 0-6 against Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Who brought Michael Jordan?
That conversation.
Who brought Michael Jordan? Like, you just wanted to bring
But
Michael Jordan.
but
I'm just saying, bro. Like you going?
No, you just went. We're
I'm just asking, Mark. I'm just asking, Mark. I'm just asking, bro.
You just have Michael Jordan on the brain. Like who brought Michael Jordan?
Good thing chicken
bro. I'm just asking a question, bro.
If LeBron James is 1-4 against Steph Curry in the playoffs, some conversations need to be had.
Bro.
That's all it is. Conversations need to be had. But as you know, I don't make predictions. But
why is that, Moss?
Because I've been wrong every time. So I've decided that I'm just gonna not make predictions, because if I make a prediction, I just know how the series is gonna go, and I want to watch the series as a fan of the game, and I don't want to know who's gonna win. But if I make a prediction, I know the other team's gonna win. So I don't want to do that. So yeah, LeBron, I know you're watching this. If you lose this, just so you know, Steph Curry is going to be over you all the time if you lose this series. So keep that in mind.
But they got Bron as the GOAT though, Morris. So you saying that if Steph
No,
Curry
LeBron's moving down if he's 1-4 against Steph Curry. That's unacceptable. Because if you remember in the 2015 season, during the preseason, the Cavs were the favorite to win the title. Who beat him in the finals? Steph Curry. In 2016, the Cavs were the favorite to win the title again, and he did his job. He won the title. Well done. In 2017 and 2018, he lost to who? Steph Curry. If he loses to him again, what can I say? LeBron's been favored against Steph twice. He's beat him once. Steph's been favored against LeBron twice. He's beat him 3 times. I don't know what I meant to do with that. That clearly shows me that Steph Curry is just more impactful to winning than LeBron James.
Ron, I got it real quick.
Don't shoot the messenger, by the way. That's just facts. Don't shoot the messenger.
Ron, I know you just gave me a chance already to speak, but let me just real quick. It might be Warriors in 6, bro.
I agree.
It might be Warriors in 6, not even 7, because I'm thinking about Austin Reeves and D'Lo, and when Steph and Klay start. I mean, they warmed up now. They after that series, I think everybody's woke. But when them shots start falling, bro, I already have this much faith in D'Lo. But when them shots start falling, bro, how is Austin Reeves going to be able to handle that? Like, he a young boy. I don't think Austin Reeves and even Vanderbilt. I know he's such a all-time defender or whatever. You know, when the snow starts rolling, that avalanche is coming, and it's just about, you know what I'm saying, like. Is Bron gonna be able to keep them boys poised? Is AD gonna crumble too? Like Bron got a lot on his shoulders right now to keep them boys poised, because it gets ugly, and it gets ugly quick.
And he's too old to carry that burden. We saw it in the series against Memphis. He couldn't make shots because he's too old.
He couldn't make threes.
Yeah, he's too old.
He's too old. Yeah.
He also can't get to the rim the same way. He's too old.
This ain't the same Bron.
Steph Curry's in his
I think he more pick and chooses his spots, bro. I think Mars is crazy.
So Steph Curry's not in his prime.
No, he is. He is.
And LeBron James is old.
Yeah, we're going I
got to bounce, but I will answer this question. Look, man. First of all, whoever wins this series, KD much rather just lose against the Nuggets, because boy, if you lose to LeBron or Curry, it's finished.
It's gonna be bad.
He don't got no choice, Lo.
It'll be bad.
Secondly, if no narrative beside, like, put the narratives aside, just actual basketball talk. Like what Mars doesn't want to do that today. Mars is trolling. I have the Warriors in 6. I think they do a really great job defending in the post. They're going to do a really good job masking their double teams and sending help. AD, something that AD has been struggling with the entire time. Throwing defenders like Wiggins and Draymond on LeBron will neutralize his impact, and then you're basically relying on quality shot creating from D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves primarily for the entire series. Outside of Schroeder, I don't really think that the Lakers have any quality point of attack, and even then, that's kind of questionable on Curry. And I just think that in terms of the Lakers, they still have not figured out who their like 7-8 guy coming off the bench is, because Lonnie Walker and not Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown and Malik Beasley have been really, really bad for them this run.
I think they should let Lonnie get some of those minutes. I feel like every time I just feel like this. Every time I see Lonnie go in, he making a three. It seems like he always like ready to play. Like, you know how you gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I feel like he always stay ready. I think some of those minutes, go put him out there, see what he could give you. I agree. I agree with that take, but
I got the Warriors in 6, man. And Curry making his way to the finals.
And then you'd have Curry over LeBron all time.
No, I have him over Magic though, without a doubt.
By law, I tried to go.
Wow. What does Curry have to do to be over Magic?
I got Curry over Magic already.
What does Curry have to do to be over Magic? He has to be Kareem or Jordan.
Well,
you have Magic at number 3. He has Magic at number 3.
I'm not going to dissect my whole list because I know how y'all get into that. And then you'll be like, well, if this guy is this,
he got Tracy McGrady.
Well, Low has Magic at 4, so
that was peak J-Rob. That was peak.
That's because I've got Tracy McGrady in his top 10.
So now you're serious. Okay, so now Mars gets serious when it comes to Magic.
Yeah, Magic Johnson needs to be out of the top 5. I don't know why he's there.
I packed the bird. Maybe Magic is next.
Magic Johnson's an imposter, man. He is not a top 5 player.
Okay, so
all right, we gonna say this for Open Gym. Still,
look at you.
Still,
did you take your blood pressure medicine today?
I'm straight, brother.
Chill. I would have warned you in advance if I knew it was gonna be this type of.
This is fantastic. Hey man, listen. I'm not as old as y'all dudes think I am. I'm a young old man. So don't let dudes like Low and don't let dudes like my nephew Mars over here. These dudes they don't get my blood pressure up like that.
You mean your grandson?
Sometimes I want to choke Low out. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I want to put Low in a sleeper hole. I do.
You be chatting.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to put Low in a sleeper hole.
You want to have your head up like baby boy.
Yes, I
got TikTok smoke with you too.
I want to put to answer your question, Ron. Before the season started, I had the Lakers the way that they were put together. I had them as a semifinals team at best. Problem that we having with this unit now is that they got a bunch of one-dimensional guys that only do one thing, and if they're not doing that one thing, they're not very good. So we need those guys to do that one thing and do that one thing at a high level. Otherwise, this series is going to be short work. So we need Beasley. I'm saying we like.
We do not need Beasley.
You need Beasley to make open shots. You need Vanderbilt to be the defender that he is. You need Troy Brown, who I am not a big fan of Troy Brown, but Troy Brown as a defender, he needs to give you solid minutes. I do not, to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I want to see Wyndon Gabriel on the floor. But if he's going to be on the floor, he's got to rebound the basketball. At some level, he's got to rebound the basketball. He's got to help AD rebound. Anthony Davis has to be who Anthony Davis has been, his dominant self, both on the offensive and defensive end. The days of LeBron James throwing crews on his back and taking him to the NBA Finals and winning the Finals MVP, those days are over. This is going to be a collective group effort. Nobody is shutting down Steph Curry. Nobody is slowing down Steph Curry. But the way Klay Thompson has shot the basketball over recent years in the playoffs, he can be had. He can be had. Otherwise, this Laker team is going home early if those guys who are one-dimensional aren't doing it.
Can I ask y'all a question, though? Y'all talking about one-dimensional.
I got to bounce. What is the actual prediction?
I had the Lakers as a semifinals team at best, man. I did. I had them.
So you had the Warriors win.
You had the Warriors.
I had them as a semifinals.
How many games? How many games were the Warriors?
Depending on how these dudes play, I think that I think six games.
6 is always the safe bet.
LeBron is clearly not the GOAT. This is crazy.
I can't believe I'm the only person up here that's about to vouch for Braun like this.
Yeah, but you said he's Miami.
And that's what I'm about to say right now. Yeah. It's 2016 again. Hey, but y'all gonna see.
No, it's okay. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Crown on your head,
Low, real quick before you leave, though, I want to say
I really can't believe you, Low. I can't believe you.
I want y'all all to watch this. If they try to put Vanderbilt on Steph Curry, this is going to be a bloodbath. A bloodbath.
Yeah, I don't think Vando. I don't think Vando's.
If LeBron's that guy, why doesn't he take Steph Curry?
See, now Mars is.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Don't get mad.
So people can ask Giannis to guard Jimmy Butler.
Chill.
But LeBron James guarding Steph Curry is just.
Yo, you trolling. Mars is trolling. Chill. Can I ask you a question, though?
Okay, crazy.
You trolling, Mars. You trolling.
Nah, that's a valid question.
You guys just want to defend LeBron with all your being. Like
you defend Curry.
Chilltown said this on everyone needs to show up, and he didn't say a word about LeBron.
Because I know he's going to. Because I know he's going to.
Like he showed up in 2011.
Like he showed up.
That was
That's
35 years ago.
That's a completely different scenario. And the reason why that's a different scenario, Mars, and you know that's a different scenario.
Mars, you're a menace, bro.
But go ahead. But what you were about to say, J-Rob?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Go ahead.
This is crazy.
Mars, first, nobody is saying that he doesn't have to deal with Steph Curry. Nobody's going to slow Steph Curry down. But Vanderbilt, Steph Curry struggles with length and athleticism. He struggled against Mikal Bridges with length and athleticism. He struggles with bigger guards who cover him. So Vanderbilt having to cover him in stretches. Vanderbilt is not going to stop him the entire game. That's not going to happen. No. But if he can deal with him, we can hear you. But if we can deal with him in stretches and make it difficult on him, then you got a legit shot. As opposed to asking LeBron James to do everything like you've done in the past. I think this is a series where I'm not sure that I trust the rest of those guys more than I trust what James is going to do.
Can I ask y'all a question though? This is what my real question is. You talked about like players that have like one skill set, like they're one-dimensional guys. Doesn't the Warriors have a few of those guys too though?
Yes, like Jordan Poole.
Poole,
right?
What's his skill set? He
shoots the ball. He a shooter.
Be a shot maker.
Yeah,
be a shot maker.
And
Mars, let's not act like Jordan Poole is a big piece for you off the bench. And what is his basketball IQ looks fried sometimes. You got to put a lot of stake into the Kumingas, the Moody's, the Dante DiVincenzo's. Like if y'all gonna sit here and tell me that the Lakers don't have all these things that you can hang your hat on, but to sit here and act like the few role players I just said, you got all the confidence in those guys. I don't think y'all being genuine. Shout out to Embiid. He won an MVP. He deserves it.
Is it official? Nice.
It's official. It's official.
Nice.
That's a sympathy MVP. Jokic got robbed.
It's official.
Embiid has as many MVPs as Shaq and Kobe. What's that mean?
So
there's not a conversation to be had.
It is.
What wrong with you, Mars? Like, what was that?
What I'm saying about the Lakers is that I'm not sure that I trust the rest of the Lakers group more than I trust the Golden State Warriors group, because they're one-dimensional guys, and with that offense and how they run that offense, and with Draymond, what he does defensively, I'm not sure that I trust the Lakers with Beasley, with Troy Brown, with Wemby, with all of those guys, with Gabriel. I'm not sure that I trust those guys. And I'm worried about Anthony Davis and his health issues, because I've said this to you before. That I'm not that Laker team, just like I feel about Philadelphia, they're going to go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. And that's what I'm worried about.
So it's not even LeBron's team anymore.
No,
I'm not saying
it's still Bron. I think it's very much still Bron's team.
Who's the best player on the team?
The offense should be ran through Anthony Davis, 100%.
So Anthony Davis,
easily.
Anthony Davis should be the best player on this team, 100%.
But is he?
Mars,
he should be and what he is.
We're talking, and that might be the problem, because we're talking about a guy who's 38 years old and he's still your best player. That's not a recipe. That's not a good recipe right there.
Why not though? Chill.
So LeBron can't be the best player on the championship team.
The reason why is because it's not sustainable. So for example, Jabbar in 1985 was 38 years old and he won the Finals MVP. Wasn't the best player on that unit. That was Magic. 100%. Now he was the Finals MVP. But with him being the Finals MVP, he was able to have guys like Magic. He was able to have guys like James Worthy step up in spots where he couldn't, and he didn't have to carry them, because at that point in his career, he was past that. Same idea with James, where we shouldn't be asking James at 38 years old to be James from 2013, from 2016. And the fact that he's still playing at this level and you still see him that way suggests how great he really is. Because I don't think we're going to be talking about Steph Curry at age 38 as the best player on a championship team. I don't think we're going to be talking about any of these other great players at 38 years old as the best player on a championship team. I doubt it.
I don't see why not, but okay.
I like the Lakers, man. I think they're a better matchup. I think they match up better. I do.
I'm not worried about. I want to make sure, J-Rob, that
stop saying that, bro. I can't have an opinion. Stop saying
your opinion. Your opinion is because of LeBron.
You're a Warriors fan. Can I do the same thing to you?
Rockets
no.
fan.
You are. I've had conversations with you, Mark. You told me you're a Warriors fan.
Oh, back in the day, yeah, back in the day.
Okay, so cut me some slack, bro. If they was really going to be, I really thought they were going to lose. I would really admit. I swear to God. Because last year I did not think they were that great of a team. This year, I think the team is better. Like, bro, they've had the best record in the NBA since the trade deadline. They've had one of the best defenses in the NBA since the trade deadline. I feel like I got real things to go off of with my
but post the trade
deadline,
that's when LeBron wasn't playing and he was injured. So the team got better without LeBron. Yeah, I agree.
I think the biggest thing that was good about that, it made a lot of other guys confident, bro. I think Rui has a lot more confidence. The team's better
without LeBron James. I agree.
No, that's not true. No, what was
their record after the trade deadline?
Just because. Right, their record after the trade deadline was really good, but you add James into the lineup, and you get an even better team. Especially the way he's playing, you get an even better team than what you already had.
1 for 9 from free, 5 or 17 from the field.
Did they win? Did they win that series against the number 2 seed?
I think
did they win that series? Did James have a 20-20 game in that series? So you take that off the table. Do you think that that Laker team beats Memphis without James in the lineup? Not one game out the lineup.
I think they win in 5.
You think they beat that Memphis team without James in the lineup? With
Anthony Davis playing the way he was playing? Yes, 100%.
No way.
No way.
Why not?
I don't.
No
because
LeBron commands too much gravity.
Gravity, really?
Well, okay. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second, Moss. So let's talk about his ability to play make. Let's talk about the ball handler that he is. Let's talk about
put the ball in D'Lo's hands. That makes D'Lo a better player right there. D'Lo's having to minimize his game to make space for LeBron. If you give the ball to D'Lo and Austin Reeves, they elevate. They get the ball to Anthony Davis. He looks like a better player because he doesn't have LeBron running to the rim every 2 seconds.
Right.
They win in 5 games. And LeBron James is a cone on defense. Now you put someone else who's not a cone on defense. The defense is even better. They win in 5. I don't know what to say. They win in 5.
I really want to believe your logic, but I think
Mars. If LeBron, if they win, Mars,
I think he's screwing jersey. I do. LeBron jersey because you're telling me that James is a cone on jersey. You're telling me that James, bro. You're telling me that James is a cone on defense. Meanwhile, D'Angelo Russell is absolutely a cone on defense.
D'Angelo Russell's a cone because LeBron doesn't fill him with confidence. When you have LeBron James behind you, it makes it harder to play good defense.
I'm out. Okay, I'm good, Mars. You
okay? Yeah, Mars got it, bro. He got it.
Chill. I can't believe you even got roped into that.
All right, let's talk basketball. Let's talk basketball.
Yo. I'm just gonna say, bro. I'm getting a sneaky, weird suspicion that Bron. He got some coming for these boys.
I do think so. 100%.
Y'all gotta understand. Bron doesn't hold. If Bron was one to hold grudges, which we're all human and we all do hold grudges, we all have a memory. If Bron has a grudge against anybody, any team, it's these guys.
Why? Because they kept beating them all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, with Kevin Durant.
Precisely.
With Kevin Durant and company. Yeah.
Steph Curry's team, but yeah.
I think Bron has had this series circled.
Kevin Durant won the Finals MVP, so he must be the best player on that team.
If I come across these cats again, I'm gonna make them feel every bit of this.
I would love that, to be honest with you, Ron. I would love that. What you about to say, Rob?
No, I'm just saying, to me personally, I thought that Memphis series, I don't really think Bron tapped into that gear for real. Like, I think he was settling for a lot of threes, wasn't attacking the rim. I think this team, I think it's going to be a different game, Marks. I just do.
He wasn't attacking the rim because he's not good enough to get there anymore. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's true, bro.
Okay.
Did y'all not see that? The layup to send him to overtime, he looked pretty good to me.
Wow, he can make a layup.
I still don't think guys can stop Bron from getting to the rim like you said they do, Mars. Also, I think my biggest thing with Bron now with this team that's different is I feel like most LeBron James teams that I've seen throughout my lifetime, he's usually the guy dominating the ball, being a facilitator. But I think with this team, he lets D'Lo and Austin Reeves kind of do their thing. Like, he really let them get into their rhythm first before he probably puts his impact on the game. And I think that's really been great for that team's confidence, bro. That confidence goes a long way. And so I think Bron's impact in this game is going to be even bigger than the Memphis one. Like, I think you're going to see another level to this Bron. So we'll see what happens, but I like them.
To say that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, I hear what you're saying, J-Rob, but like sometimes you got to let him go, you know? Like he,
why would I?
I know the king is the king and all, but
why should I let him go? But why should I let him go? It ain't like he's
because he's
like
old and washed.
It's not. How is he old and washed?
Let me finish.
2016
he's not.
again.
Let me finish. He's not.
Oh,
I don't think he's not old.
Washed.
He's not washed. He's not old and he's not washed.
He's
but he's
definitely
older. And if he was a
100%
black,
go.
if he was a black T-shirt, he wouldn't necessarily be gray, but it'd be, you know what I'm saying?
Faded.
Definitely
faded.
It's starting to fade. You got one more. You got one more wear on that black T-shirt.
28, 8 and 6, 50% from the floor as 38 years old.
What about in the playoffs? Tell me the playoffs.
Let me finish my point. My boy, you just said, Mars, you said he was washed. I'm sorry, I don't know any washed guy averaging 28, 8 and 6.
Tell me the playoff stats.
Shooting. When Michael Jordan was in this age, he was barely averaging 20.
Tell me the playoff stats.
Bro, I'm gonna get it. He's the worst playoff. He's the worst guy right now when it comes to shooting. He's averaging like 22 and 10. It's not the same. I get it. He ain't shooting well from the three.
It's not the
but
same.
At the end of the day,
not the same.
To sit here and act like, but bro, that percentage at least is easily because I think he's shooting way too many threes. Way too many threes.
Hey, Ron.
I just know that. I just think anytime Bron has had to.
How long did it take y'all to accept that Santa Claus ain't putting them presents out there? The Tooth Fairy ain't real. Y'all gotta let shit go, okay? Bron ain't.
All right, bro. Hey, look. We got a whole series to figure it out, y'all.
It was very easy for us to say Chris Paul was.
Hey, look. All they gotta do, Mars, is tip the ball up. We got a whole series to watch. They're gonna tip the ball up, and we're gonna find out for ourselves.
All right, with that being
22, 11, and 5 is washed.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Compared to what he used to be,
yes.
It's washed. Compared to what he used to be, yes.
It's washed.
Yes, he is.
Right,
he's washed.
we're gonna find out.
Yes, okay.
We're gonna find out. I want to be on your show after your show.
Fire.
Your show.
He said he
talked
to
you.
Block.
To you. I want to talk to you on your show.
Okay.
Oscar Proud Jr. said KD is held on a higher standard than Jimmy. Dead wrong, Ox. That Clippers team played hard as fuck. Just ain't have the star to get him, so it wasn't easy.
KD's not held to a high standard.
What is he? Because they suck. That's why it wasn't easy.
Yes, he is.
If that was
all the excuses KD gets given.
Was as good of a team and then they said they'll be if y'all would stop making excuses. Y'all make more excuses for KD than y'all do for Bron. So you know how crazy that is.
Facts.
Oh my god, y'all cannot just accept that KD ain't who y'all think he is.
KD's the most protected superstar in the NBA.
Chris Paul out game 3, 4, and 5. By the way.
Yep.
Chris Paul out for the rest of his career.
Fire.
Yeah, because he's washed, right? He's washed.
I'm not.
He's washed, just like LeBron James.
In that one,
they're both washed.
Hey, Chris Paul washed.
Yeah, they're both washed.
Bron got about another season.
Still washed.
Bron will be washed by the time he hits 40, maybe 40.
Tony Gratzky said,
"Lay vibranium."
KD's scared to drive to the rim, so he's no longer a 3-level scorer. Also, his last 11 games, 46 assists and 44 turnovers. Convos need to be had.
What convos?
KD has never really been a passer. Why are we talking about him being a passer? Like 46 assists. Like KD's been a passer. In fact, over the last couple of years, KD has actually been a better passer. Now, don't get me wrong. He doesn't look that good in this series, but we're not going to talk like KD has always been a passer and now all of a sudden he's a turnover machine because he's never been a passer.
True. But I do think he should try to play make a little bit more. I think it'll help, at least in that series, get some guys to do something. Because they banking on his 50.
All right, y'all, continuing to move along. Jay Allen said, it's really just cool to hate on KD.
Hate on KD.
Hate on KD.
Oh, boy.
The problem is, it's a problem. You got to hold great players to great player standards. That's the problem.
Exactly. That's the real issue. That's the
real issue. You hold great players to great player standards, and they get upset at you.
You guys want to hold KD the best, but not hold him to best player in the world standards.
Right. And when he's not very good, we just got to make it something else. We can't say, yo, he's not very good. Right. He's not very good right now. And this is why. Not, yo, KD, he's not very good. Give me a break. I'm straight.
Yo, chat, I checked my messages, and I ignored Ticket.
Oh, dun.
Cruiser Nation said KD leading the NBA in minutes at 35 years old. Other superstars can go to the bench and get a break.
So KD can't play basketball now. That's what I'm being told.
Wait, what?
Like he's out on the court. So who cares? He's playing the most minutes. So
Yeah, I don't understand that.
There you go.
Yeah,
Speaking of the devil. Speaking of the devil.
Uh-oh.
Grill Town, shut your ass up, bro. Shut your ass up. You lucky I
You ain't
caught a
shutting
flat.
nothing.
But guess what? I got pumped back up, shorty. So now I'm on your punk ass. Now, like I said, what the hell you in here capping about? I heard LeBron James' name, so you know I popped up like Candyman, sucker.
Here we go.
I popped up like Candyman.
Ticket, you know something funny though, Ticket, you honestly think
What's
that
up?
you're feared around here. Nobody's scared of you.
Facts.
Not me. None of these dudes. Nobody is scared of you. Not one of us.
Hey, look, I hope you're not. Hey, hold on, chill, Grill Town. I hope you're not scared. I don't want you scared when you get your ass stomped on. I don't want you scared. I want you to take it like a man.
As you were saying.
What do you
What's going on? Why can't
we need the super chats.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all can hear Ticket? I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh yeah, well, he's not talking right now, but yeah, we could hear.
Yeah, he ain't talking right now. That's why.
What's going on?
13200 said, "Why
You want smoke too, Bob? What's up?
Quiet. Nobody's scared of you. Ticket something else, boy. I'm telling you. Dunk on your ass.
Hey, look, the dudes that scared say they ain't scared. The dudes that scared say they ain't scared.
Facts. Super chat.
Muhammad Ali had one of the biggest mouths, and Muhammad Ali dropped almost everybody. So
true.
And Muhammad Ali whooped a lot of ass too. And,
yes,
and he whooped a lot of ass too.
Yes, he did. That's the dude who said he wasn't scared. Just so you know.
Yeah, all right.
Keep going, Ron.
13200 said, "Why are we ignoring that KD is clearly past his prime, injury prone, and an overall bad team? No playmakers, no defenders, no bench, no rebounding. Thanks, Ayton. I'm not blaming KD for all that. Stop holding him to these
that team was in the finals 2 years ago and was
how are the standards for KD unrealistic? I just want to know, how are the standards in which we hold Kevin Durant to unrealistic?
KD joins a team that just won 64 games and all of a sudden he gets there and the team is just no good.
I just don't understand that. Like I said, stop telling us that these players are all-time greats, top 5, top 3, top 5, whatever guys, and then when we hold them to these top 5 guys standards, it's unrealistic. We got unrealistic expectations. We throwing excuses. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
and on top of that, I don't think he's washed. I think he's on the other side of who he used to be, but he's still, the skill set is still there. He just got on the unit in the middle of the season. I'm interested to see what this looks like next year with him.
They gotta figure that bench out though.
Yeah, they do. They definitely gotta do that. 100%.
Hey, hold on, but how is it?
But that's no excuse though. But that's no excuse.
No, it's not.
How is that an excuse for KD? Yeah, how is that an excuse? How is that an excuse for KD? But we seen, for example, all LeBron's teammates are new. They clicking. They got on their way through the season. What's the excuse?
That's because LeBron's better than KD. That's because LeBron's better than KD.
Because he's better.
Can you say that again?
KD not a leader.
Ticket, can you say that again for the chat?
No. But hold on. But they were clicking without LeBron being there. No. I'm saying the new guys was clicking without him being there. They was clicking with AD. So what's the excuse? What's the excuse for KD though? That's what I'm saying.
Lack of leadership. That's what it is. Lack of leadership.
There's no excuse. There's no.
Hold on, no.
Bron's a good leader even when he's not playing.
You can't say that though, because KD. To me, that's even worse. Chris Paul's a leader. Devin Booker's a leader. So.
You can't have losers as your leaders. You can't do that. You're leading them to losses.
Booker is much of a leader, right?
Kevin Durant is the only person who has a championship on that team. Needs to be leading them. He's
Right.
the one who's been there and done it, and he's not leading them.
Right. You have a fight. You have two finals MVPs in your
You just said they led him to the championship.
But he has championships.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I'm saying like that. Those are guys that. Well, Chris Paul is just a leader in general. He's a floor general, just whatnot. He's just a leader. Devin Booker is somebody that can be the number one option. So what I'm trying to say is we're letting Kevin Durant off the hook by even saying that. He has an easier role now. I
actually felt I gotta agree with Mars on this one. I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity.
All you gotta do is go ball. That's all KD got.
All you gotta do. All you gotta do is lace up your sneakers.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
But my thing is, you got a guy that has 2 Finals MVPs. The players on your team should be looking at you like you know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Like I had the opportunity to be live and direct and watch my shorty play with Diana Taurasi, and the level in which they saw her, the team that she was on play with her, There was a level that they thought to get to because of who they playing with. She set a standard. There's an identity. Like, we got one of the greatest players to ever play this game who has championships and things like that. You follow that type of lead. Kevin Durant, you got 2 finals MVPs, 2 championships. You should definitely be more of a leader. They should be wanting to get more on your back. It shouldn't be the expectation for Chris Paul, who's never won anything, to be this leading force when you got Kevin Durant out there on the floor.
In fact, he should walk on a crew like, I'm better than all of y'all. Y'all need to be listening to me.
How can you expect someone to lead you when they don't know what it takes to get over the hill? Like,
and I've been there more than once, more than twice. Now, don't get me wrong. What KD did when he went to Golden State, that was suckerish, but he still did his job.
Right. But he could have just got on that crew. He got his heart stripped from him when he did that, though, Chilltown. That's why he ain't doing it no more. Like, when he did that when he went to Golden State. Like, I'm the best dude on this team. He was looking for the glorification and looking for the approval. The problem is he didn't get that after he won from most of the people saying that he was better than LeBron. And that's then once the fans, the media, and then his own teammates really turned on him, that really stripped him. And then he went away from all of that. And then we saw what happened in Brooklyn. And then now he's trying to be on the humble in Phoenix, trying to fit in. That's why I told you, bro. Y'all sitting here putting this man over Jimmy Buckets, a dude that can go to a team full of nobodies. Bro, if any other team had Gabe Vincent, Max Struss, you understand what I'm saying? Inconsistent as Bam Adebayo, got daggone Living the Vida Loca Martin, and the rest of the old ass Kevin Love, bro, they would be killing that roster, bro. Jimmy is making these niggas look legit. And we sit up here saying KD, who got Devin Hooker and got daggone Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton and all these boys on his team. We sit over here saying he better than Jimmy Buckets, who just eliminated the best team in the playoffs. Man, cut it out, man. I don't want to hear nothing, man.
I feel him. I ain't gonna lie, Chill. I feel him.
One thing I will say is if Jimmy was over there, I can guarantee you one thing. The Suns would be turned up right now.
Facts. He's a dog.
Because Jimmy say, hey Ron, Jimmy ain't the best out of Ayton. Jimmy ain't just gonna go ball. Jimmy gonna go over there and raise hell and get people in their right mindset to go win a championship. KD just gonna go over there and want a ball. See, he not gonna come with all the extra shit that made Mike who he was, that made Kobe who he was, that made Isaiah who he was, that made Larry Joe Bird who he was. You understand what I'm saying? He not gonna do that. He gonna go over there. He just want to fit in and play basketball. Well, more comes with that. It comes leadership when you in that position, and that's the problem with James Harden. That's what James Harden is seeing now. When you get to this level, hey, bro, you might not want to, but you have to show some type of leadership and some type of responsibility. And I'm gonna tell you something, Chilltown. I forgot to tell you and Mars this. Something to me is changed about James Harden. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I watched them after that game. Did you see what James Harden did after they won the game last night?
Go back to the locker room. It's one game.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro. He not here playing games right now, bro. This ain't cheesecake over teammates right now. This ain't titties over titles right now. This is, he's square. Hey, Chilltown, I'm dead serious. He's square business right now. Bro, listen. If he comes out and pulls off another one in game 2, Chilltown, chill, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. After this season, we gotta have another conversation about James Harden, bro. Because
I ain't gonna lie, I like the way he was talking. Word.
They just gave him.
I'm watching that. I'm watching that game last night, and that was everything that James Harden has. And not only was that everything that James Harden had, that was everything that Philly had. If Boston beats them in that game, if Boston beats them in that game, I think they sweep them. But the fact that they didn't, they gave them even more life now. So they're gonna get it. Not only are they gonna give them more life, it's basic.
Jill, you know Harden can go to that though. Like he said, he just ain't been.
But I know he can go to the other thing too, though. Ticket. That's the other thing. I've seen the other thing.
Nah, he's different.
We underestimate, and this is one thing I want to say. I know Sam, I am, and them dudes listening. We underestimate dudes like Sam Cassell. Remember, in the off season, him and Maxey, Sam Cassell was designated to work this dude out, get him in shape, and get him ready. Bro, listen. You not finna let up this year that you in shape with Sam Cassell on the sidelines in your ear every possession, bro. You not. Sam Cassell, hey, bro, listen, and Sam, he should be up for a lot of these head coaching jobs. I don't like the fact that he's not. You should be up for I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You going to work with a guy like Sam Cassell, bro, he gonna be no homo. He gonna ride you every single day you go to the gym. And that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you, Paul. This James Harden with that type of coaching over there, I'm telling y'all, bro, we are underestimating Doc. We're underestimating Sam Cassell and with their ability to motivate and push guys. And they're in James's ear telling him, look, bro, you got to keep going. You can't stop now. So we're going to look to see how James comes out in the next game. If he comes out very aggressive, you understand what I'm saying? Then we know he going for the gusto. He not playing no games. If he comes out on that passive stuff and all that other stuff, then we already know what time it is. But I don't believe he's going to do that. Not with Sam I Am and them dudes over there on that bench. I think them dudes are going to push him because if he does do it, he going to hear it when he come back over there to the sideline. And this is also what's going to tell us what's up with this new coach with Boston. Is he the goods? Did Boston and I've said this all season, and you and Fluent know this, Chill, and Ron too, and Mars too. They let go of Ime Udoka too soon, bro. Listen, sometimes things happen, bro. You got to get rid of your personal feelings. When you're talking about in the game of winning, it's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes in the NBA.
And let's not act like what happened with Ime is not happening to every single other organization in the NBA.
J-Rob, so let's say this though, right? They made it personal, right? Now Ime was wrong. They made it personal, right? No, but watch this. I'm telling y'all, I see a difference, bro. In this team, they don't have that dog edge defensively that they had with Ime, bro. Ime was on their ass. If you watch Ime on the sidelines, bro, he was square business on their ass, especially with that defense, bro.
Bro, I 100% agree with you. I think them getting rid of Ime Udoka was corny. Personally,
no, it's great for us. It's great for us.
It's great for Houston. Yeah, it's great for Houston. They got a hell of a coach. But I agree with Ticket. Like, to me, Ime put that dog in that team straight up. And I still think there is still an investigation out on Joe Mazzulla, because for me this season, a lot of them stupid losses the Celtics had, losing to the Orlando Magic, being up 20. Last night. Yeah, being up 20. Like, that's kind of who they've been in a lot of their losses this season. So I really agree with everything Ticket say. And I got to give James Harden some credit, because when he went to the podium and everybody says he's old now, he's not who he was, bro, he said, y'all been telling me I had to sacrifice. Told me to sacrifice, do whatever it takes to win. So what did he do? He turned into who y'all love to defend, John Stockton. That's what he turned into. Became a distributor, played his role. But last night, when Joel Embiid was out, y'all need Harden to go back to 2018, he gave it to y'all. And I really love, like Ticky said, I love the fact he went straight to the locker room to get his mind right. I love the way he was talking crazy after the game. Like, fuck is y'all talking about? I'm still here. I love what I'm seeing. So, like I said, I got Philly winning this series.
Nice.
I straight up think Philly gonna win this series. So we're gonna see what happens.
Hey, J-Rob, one last thing. If he pulls it off, this is the end of the Boston Celtics team. Mars will be a happy customer because Jaylen Brown will get his way to Houston this offseason.
I can see that happening.
If they lose this series,
not for Jalen Green.
This is the end. No, Jaylen Brown. Yeah, but if they lose this series, Jaylen Brown will force his way out of Boston. I'm hearing already he's leaning towards going out, and that's crazy that they're targeting him, Harden. Right. So the way to me, if Ime pulls that off, bro. But if Harden pulls this off, he would have broke up this Celtics team. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, it's not gonna look pretty for the Celtics going forward if this team gets broken up.
Yeah,
I think Julius Randle's playing tonight, so.
Nah, he's gonna be out there. We getting it tonight.
30 points from Randle. Book it. 30 points.
Can we get predictions on Game 2, the Knicks versus the Heat? Julius Randle is back, but Jimmy Butler's out.
Knicks win. Julius Randle balls out. Mars looks crazy again. Like
I just said Julius Randle's gonna have 30. See, come on. I just said that.
I already told you.
Right. Hey, I had to check you, Mars. That's all.
If the Miami Heat beat these dudes, I'm out on the Knicks. I'm out.
Yo, you're not gonna have to feel that way though, Chill. We're gonna win this series.
They're gonna get.
We're gonna win the series.
They're gonna get blown. They're gonna get blown out tonight. This is gonna show y'all the value of Jimmy Butler. All that shit y'all talking. They're gonna show you tonight. He top 5. They're gonna get blown out tonight.
I agree. You know that picture of Steve Nash hugging Kevin Durant after he went crazy in that playoff game? That's how Eric Spoelstra hugs Jimmy Butler after every playoff game. Every time they get off the floor, he hugs Jimmy Butler like, thank God for you, bro. Because anytime they need a bucket, he just finds a way to get it done. But I'm gonna take the Knicks in this series. And I don't gonna lie, Mars, I'm kind of pushing back on Julius Randle. I know people don't like his IQ, the way he plays, but bro, he brings it every night.
No, I believe in Randle. The fact that he's playing right
I gotta
now
respect
shows
it.
me a lot. The fact that he's playing right now, that shows me a lot. So I respect
I feel like he just go out there and at least I could sometimes I know we don't always like the decision making, but I could take the dog, bro.
We not no way, man. No fucking way, bro. I
can't give the guy credit.
I tried to let that go. Mars.
Nah.
Big Ox, this dude is wild, yo. Chill out, Big Ox.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, Mars, you on with it.
He better than Sabonis right now.
Mars,
He's better than Sabonis. He's better than Sabonis.
Hold on.
He's better than Sabonis.
No, J-Rob, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you just let Mars troll you. I'm not talking about nothing.
I don't know what Mars. I know Mars don't like Randall. I know he don't like Randall.
Nigga trying to bring Sabonis into this, bro.
I'm offended.
That's not.
But I know. But
I said
I
I
don't feel. I know he don't like Randall. And all I said was, I know.
Look. What I'm saying is, hold on, J-Rob. I'm talking the ticket right now. You think I'm talking down on Julius Randle? I'm the only one on the panel that consistently sticks up for Julius Randle.
Facts.
Like Julius Randle.
Me too.
I'm talking about Mars sitting here trolling J-Rob and J-Rob going for it. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know where he stands on Julius Randle. I haven't talked to him too much about it, but
I respect that he's playing tonight. That takes.
Let me ask you.
I just like his hustle, bro. I like the way he goes.
I like Julius Randle. I've always liked Julius
Ron,
Randle.
y'all must have touched on the Lakers game tonight when I was gone. I just wanted to ask. I wanted to ask for the record. I want this to be on the record right here. Mars and Grilltown, because you two was capping, right? I want this to be on the record. Are you two saying that Vanderbilt should start on Steph Curry tonight, defensively?
No, yes, I'm saying that.
I think you start with D'Angelo Russell.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
No. I'm saying no. I asked you. I'm saying, do you think?
I'm saying that.
Do you say the same thing, Mars? You think the Lakers should start Vanderbilt on?
No, I just said I think you should start with D'Angelo Russell. I just said that.
No. I thought you said. I thought you said. I'm thinking they are starting with him. No,
I'm saying start with D'Angelo Russell.
Okay.
I think that's gonna turn into a bloodbath with Vanderbilt starting on.
That's fact. I told Grilltown.
When does it not turn into a bloodbath though?
Okay, then Russell, what's the point?
You're not stopping Curry.
If LeBron took the challenge, I mean,
let me answer that, Ron. My thing is, I'm not saying like anybody else could guard Steph better. I'm saying if you're gonna try to make it seem like, oh, this is our answer, is putting Vanderbilt on him. I'm like, use Vanderbilt's talents on somebody where it really matters. Like Andrew Wiggins or somebody that can actually slow down. You might as well just let anybody guard Steph. It's going to be the same shit.
If Steph Curry struggles with length and athleticism, which is what Chill said, who's longer and more athletic than LeBron James on the Lakers?
Weenie Hut Jrs.
I'm trolling.
Y'all in that comment section doing a lot of talking about Embiid just winning the MVP. I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna put this out here on record. If they win this series without Embiid, bro, that exposes that he ain't the MVP, bro.
Well, wait a minute, Ticket. Don't stop there. You saw James Harden in the interview last night. James Harden is like, yo, I think you can chill over there. Yo, we got this.
Damn.
He's wrong.
He kind of had that attitude.
If you feel that way, Chill, he's wrong.
He kind of had that attitude in the interview.
That's what me and Timmy was saying. That's what me and Timmy was trying to say the other day.
He had that attitude in that post-game meeting. He didn't exactly say it, but the vibe that I got from him was, yo, we don't really need you, big fella. You good. I think we can beat these dudes without you.
If he run these dudes without Embiid, we gonna be because listen, let's be honest. If he run them dudes without Embiid and Jokic run the Suns for the rest of this series, we might be looking at things a little bit different after this next round because bro, they should not even have been. I agree with you, Tim. They should not even have been in this series with Boston. Boston should have made easy work of these dudes. But the problem is this: Boston ain't as good as y'all think they is this year, bro. Facts. They're gonna get it. Them guards are gonna get exposed, bro. They've been getting exposed. You've been seeing it bit by bit, bro, all season long, bro. They've been getting exposed, and I want to see what will Missoula do if he's down 0-2 in a series, bro. That's when you're gonna find out Kenny coach. Kenny make a judgment.
They lose the first two games at home.
It ain't coming to that, Ticket, because they're not losing game 2.
All right,
keep down. Keep down. It's fine.
I'm not so much down.
I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie. Ticket Ox. You know who the Celtics turned into? They started to turn into them turnover prone, bad fouling in the fourth quarter team that they was last year. That's what they turned into. Late game turnovers, late game stupid fouls. That's who they were last year. I guess it looks like it's the same team.
Y'all falling in love with that one game, and by game
I'm
3,
not falling in love, bro. They've been that team all.
All right, J-Rod, but by game 3, y'all gonna be changed. It's gonna be a whole new season.
Ain't no y'all.
I've had Philly winning all year.
I'll say I had Milwaukee Philly.
You heard what I said about James Harden.
Right.
But when we started, when me and this dude was me and Mars started the show. You already know how I feel about it. You already know how I feel about James Harden.
You standing on that?
100%.
Hold on, even after game 1, you standing on that?
100%.
Wait, what did you say when you said at the beginning of the show?
He said James Harden was gonna have a bad game.
He'll be back.
You a damn fool. You a damn fool.
He'll be back.
You a damn fool.
It's just a matter of time.
You a damn fool.
What did you say?
It's just a matter of time before James Harden.
Come back to what?
You got a better chance of getting pregnant, boy.
It's just a matter of time.
So you saying he's been at some point? That was
I'm going off what I've seen, and it's just a matter of time. That's all.
Okay, chill.
So the only thing that happened is Philly.
Jermaine, we're gonna have to have a conversation. They had
2 playoff frauds. They had 2 playoff frauds. Now they only got 1 playoff fraud. The other playoff fraud is injured. This shit isn't gonna last long. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over in 5, maybe 6. This shit is not happening.
Julius Randle's cooking right now.
I heard Jalen. I heard. Nah, stop it.
His playmaker's been fantastic.
Mars, I ain't gonna lie. You trolled me.
I'm watching the game. I'm not lying. He just made a great pass out the double team. He just made a great pass out the double team.
I got a slot though.
He rocking.
I watched
Big Ox.
He's having a great game right now.
Hey, Big Ox, it's kind of dark. Big Ox, it's kind of dark in that room. What happened to that beam, nigga?
The beam is out. We ain't pay our smud bill, but we gonna be back. We gonna be back.
It's hard out here, yo. It's hard out here.
I gotta go soon too, Ron. I'm finna meet up with JD to watch the Knicks get a W.
Damn.
At Marble.
I'll link with y'all, but I'm in Cali. I'm enjoying this good sunshine, beaches and beaches. All right, beaches and beaches. Beaches on beaches. But before we do go, we have a few super chats that we definitely got to touch on.
Yeah.
Angie Carr said, Ayton play like he hangs out at Weenie Hut Jrs. Someone need to show him where the anchor bar's at. Inject him with act right.
That's not his fault. That's not his fault.
Jimmy Butler. We will pop on Ayton.
Hey, hold on, J-Rod. That's not his fault, bro. Listen, if you had a big man, if you got a big man shooting 6 of 9 from the field, and he hadn't taken more shots, bro, that's the team's fault for not. That's the coach and the team's fault for not continuously getting on the ball more. The man constantly shooting. He constantly shooting 60%. So why the hell isn't his attempts up?
You like DeAndre Ayton's effort out there on both ends of the floor? You like his effort?
Bro, I know one thing as a big man. Bro, when your big man don't eat, he don't want to do shit else.
But that's not a good thing. You're in the play.
No. You're not here. Hold on.
Why are you going to put effort on defense?
If you're a team and you want the big dog to do with the block shots, rebound, I'm feeding you, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. Ben Wallace went and scored. But you know what Larry Brown and them did? We going to you the first few possessions of the game. We're going to give you the rock. You know why? Because we know what you're going to give us on the other end.
But Ben Wallace would never in his career pout about points.
You're not hearing
if he runs the floor, you better give him the ball.
No, you're not hearing the principle. You're not hearing the principle of what I'm saying, bro. Listen to what I'm saying to you. As a big man, Ayton can score the ball. He had a nice little post-game jump hook, and he got a nice little mid-range game. They don't feed him the ball enough because they're guard-oriented team. He doesn't like this run up down the court doing cardio. He'll get you 14 to 15 rebounds. If you feed him the ball, listen, if he was featured on a different team, he could average around 22 points and 12 rebounds a game. He's not featured. I don't talk about. He's averaging 18. He's averaging 18
without question.
Career.
I don't disagree with that.
He's averaging 8. Hold on. He's averaging 18 and 10 for his career as a third option.
Facts.
So what do you mean? What do you mean if they don't feature him? He can't do that.
Okay, but how do you also explain the clip of him standing watching everybody rebound?
Because I'm gonna say it to you again.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it to you. I'm gonna say it to you again. And Chilltown, no, I'm not lying. You feed the big man, and the big man gonna work. If you feed him,
you are supposed to feed your horses.
I agree. I agree with that.
You gotta feed your horse if you don't feed.
Ticket, I don't disagree with that at all. Actually, I don't disagree with that at all. It's just, as a competitor, like if somebody who's played competitive sports at a high level, that shit will make me so mad
Bro,
to watch
I'm
that.
gonna tell you the truth,
You understand
J-Rob.
what I'm saying? Y'all get me so hot, bro.
Hey, J-Rob, I'd have been ready to slap CP3 and Devin Booker too as many shots as they take, bro. Real talk. As many shots them dudes take, bro. I'm not finna keep running up down the court. You don't throw the ball in the post. Nah, chill town to come down. Hey, big fella, I'm gonna come to you next time. Let's go. That's how you check on your bigs. Bro, we ain't going on the court 3 or 4 times without you touching the rock. That's how they don't do that with him. They don't do that with him. And that's not right. That's
a Monty Williams thing.
No way I'm running with a big man that's rebounding and rim protecting and he ain't touching the pill. The next trip, if he don't touch the pill,
I do like that point. I do like y'all point there. That's actually a great point.
I'm running with a big man.
I think that's a hell of a point.
If he ain't touching the pill, he has to touch the pill. He don't necessarily got to shoot it, but we can't completely ignore him in the no.
Hey, take it. I give you a lot of credit because now I'm about to watch these games with a little bit of a different eye. I think that's a hell of a point. I'll give you that.
Hey, bro, listen. That wasn't fair to J-Rob. Let me say this to you. That wasn't fair to him in the finals when he played against Giannis. They giving Giannis the ball every time and he attacking you, putting you in drive. But they ain't gonna give me the ball to go back at him. So I'm looking bad because he out here cooking me and they don't even give me the ball to go back at him. That's why he ready.
I can't even get my get back. Yeah, I can't even get my get back.
That's why he ready to quit last year.
I agree. I like it. I like it.
There's 2 things to that though, especially because it's like Ayton got a little bit of game too. So it's not like he's just a stiff.
No, he's not a bum. No, he's not a bum. He's not a bum.
Not only that, but on top of that, it's gonna make their lives a whole lot easier. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, the other shooters. When you go inside, the defense has to collapse, especially if you get a couple buckets. Now it's gonna make their life a whole lot better because the defense has to start.
I already told you what I'm doing. I'm coming into practice and I'm starting to fight with him because I watched Avery Johnson say to David Robinson, "You got to show me you want the ball. I ain't just gonna give you the ball. Show me you want the ball. Show it to me. Don't just stand there and no. You want the ball? I'll give you the ball, but you got to show it to me. Show me you want the ball.
I'm with you on that.
I'll give you. We'll go to you every trip, but you're not just gonna park down there and you want the ball. You want to be involved in offense? Show it to me.
Right. No, I agree. No, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all spitting some facts. I gotta give y'all that point y'all made. I'm gonna watch the games.
I can tell you right now, J-Rob.
I'm gonna give him a little bit more slack. I was hard on him just because I'm an effort guy. I'm a big effort guy.
I am too.
I'm a big effort guy.
I am too. And I can tell you right now, Ticket to get on that box. Hey, chill. Okay, he want the ball. Yeah. Ticket won't get on that block and go, no, because I ain't going to him.
But Ticket, let me ask you this now. To Chill's point, do DeAndre Ayton command the rock? Do he need to command the rock a little bit more?
I mean, bro, DeAndre Ayton is in a point where he not the type, but he don't have the personality to go off on them dudes like that.
Right.
He'll get frustrated.
Which is why I said, Ticket, that I'm coming in that bitch in practice. I'm saying because look, check it out. When they added CP, I think he kind of respects CP's seniority. But then when CP started going off on him, I think he lost respect for him because they wasn't feeding him like that. Because, like, bro, look, if you look at a lot of his games, he go like 6 for 9. You ain't getting no shots, bro. I'm shooting damn near 70%. I ain't getting that many shots. Come on, bro. At some point in time, you're going to be frustrated, especially when D-Book and these dudes shooting all these balls. And then when it's time to pay me, y'all don't want to pay me. You understand what I'm saying?
No, right. And you got me running up and down the court all day, doing all of this, and you don't want to. Right, I get you. I hear you. He looking at it like I ain't Clint Capella. He looking at it like I ain't Clint Capella, man. I can go down here and get a bucket. I ain't Clint Capella, man. It's crazy. I ain't Clint Capella.
Fellas, I'm about to run through these super chats. I need quick answers. Speedy answers.
All
right. Lego Rovers. Joker, the best second round pick ever.
Manu Ginobili.
Maybe Manu Ginobili. Actually, I like.
What's Kawhi in the second round? No, Kawhi was in the second. He was late first.
Yeah, he was.
I like Ginobili.
Demon Corey Harris said, "Chilltown, my sister got a crush on you. You single?"
Chill out, yo. You wow.
You got something for the honey.
Yo, Oscar Proud Jr. said, "Facts, Mars. Double Joker and everyone else turned up. Now you got KCP with 20."
Mm-hmm. Facts. I was spitting right there. Facts.
Man, it's crazy.
Guns Go Pew Pew said, "Ox, King's L sucks." For that walk, get Brooks goes 14.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess.
Dillon Brooks gonna be in Phoenix next year too, by the way.
Oh gosh.
Damn, KD, you might as well retire.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Vane29 said Harden played a much tougher defense. Curry was great, but stayed in a one game to get 50. The Sixers need all 45 from Harden. He was slightly better.
And he didn't take 38 shots. So facts.
Well, sometimes it could be like that. So sometimes you got to go get it the ski mask way. Curry wasn't getting a lot of fouls, but he was getting buckets.
James Harden wasn't getting fouled either. Just played better.
All right, y'all. I gotta go meet up with JD. Love y'all.
Be easy, J-Rob.
See y'all boys later.
Yes,
Marge,
sir.
I'll see you on Open Gym. Take it. I'll see you on your show too. Y'all
right.
be good. Y'all be good.
13200 said, is it fair to say, like players, there are coaches that are better floor raisers? For instance, Doc, Budenholzer, Tibbs, D'Antoni, and some are better ceiling raisers. Pop, Spoelstra, Tyronn Lue, Nick Nurse.
The coaches that are floor raisers are just the coaches that can't make adjustments.
Yeah,
So they're good in the regular season because the teams don't scheme for you. And then the playoffs come. Oh, what? They made an adjustment? Oh, I'm clueless. Now I can't do my job.
That's the dude that gets you over the hump. Them guys.
Donovan Samuel says, salute to OG and his analogies. Yusuf said, which team wins the rebounding battle, Golden State or LA?
The Lakers.
I think
But
the Lakers.
the problem is that the Golden State Warriors will win the shooting battle.
No,
They're
no,
not
if LeBron has it on.
going to miss as many for it to be so many rebounds.
Alpha Rue said, don't like Golden State Warriors performance game 6 to close out, and they got blown out. Game 7, Golden State Warriors didn't play well. Steph and Looney just went ham. Will Wiseman trade bite Golden State Warriors in the ass with AD, Jokic, Embiid still in the playoffs?
I can't even troll about James Wiseman. I'm sorry.
No, because the Lakers don't go deep at the bigs. Hey, they're not going Mo Bamba. They're not playing Tristan Kardashian, so it ain't really gonna matter.
Nah.
Christopher D, hot take. Jimmy, a better playoff performer.
Yes.
than Dame.
That's not a hot take. That's a fact.
Oscar Proud Jr. with another super chat. He said, y'all are trolling, bro. KD better than Jimmy. Look at their all-time games. Stop with the recency bias.
What has KD's game gotten him? Where has it gotten him? Without Steph Curry, where has KD's game gotten him? Like, it's all good to have all these cool moves and the pull-ups, but where does it get him in the end?
And on top of that, and I'm a K and I happen to be a KD supporter in this, but I mean, does KD have a signature moment, a signature game in the playoffs that you can go to and go, yo, this was it?
Only when he stepped
just when he pulled up for 3 with his daddy Steph Curry. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, but other than that one, forget that one shot ticket. I'm talking about a game, like the 56 game you saw from buckets, or the 42 game.
Just a one game he was beating up on an underman Clippers.
Yeah, that game 3 against the Cavs when Steph and Clay shot poorly, he had like 43. That's like his only game. But when your signature moment is you on a super team.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Next.
Oscar Proud also said, what did JJ say? Y'all obviously don't know basketball.
Who's JJ?
I don't know who JJ is.
I'm assuming Redick.
No, we don't care about JJ Redick. Trash.
Drink More Water said, name 2 players better than KD from 2014 to 2018.
Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Got him.
That was easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Extremely easy.
Alpha Rue said, Jimmy Butler's not even a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
That's
yes,
cap.
he is.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
he's a lock Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is.
Raider Gabe 420 said, are we living in a fantasy land? Miami not winning a chip this year?
They said the same about the 04 Pistons. They said they weren't winning a chip. What happened? They won a chip. They said Dallas weren't winning a chip. They won a chip.
Christopher D wants to know, who you taking in the draft first, Jimmy Butler or Scottie Pippen?
Scottie Pippen.
Jimmy. Because Jimmy showed me he could do more with his own team.
I agree with Ticket.
Lucas T Fitness said, at the end of the day, none of you guys ever mentioned Amari Stoudemire and how there's a real argument to him being a top 3 Knick ever.
No, it is not.
Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing. You're cooked.
And then you can go Carmelo Anthony over him.
Right.
Yeah, like you're just chatting, buddy.
That's crazy, bro.
The hell?
Bro, I could literally say John Starks was a better Knick than Amari.
We talking about Knicks. Yeah, we talking about Knicks.
He had that good like half a season. That was why.
Yeah.
we talking about? He wasn't a better Nick than
And
Allen
Julius
Houston.
Randle. Oh my god, I forgot Julius.
He wasn't a better Nick than Allen Houston. No, he wasn't.
I forgot about Julius Randle. Someone in the chat pointed him out. My fault. Yeah, Julius Randle as well. Who's JJ?
I don't know who JJ is.
Hey, speaking of JJ, hey, Chilltown, didn't I tell you that Dillon Brooks was a scrub and they was gonna get rid of his sorry ass? I told y'all that.
You said he was worse than one Toscana.
He's worse than one Toscana.
He gonna end up in Phoenix. Ticket.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, bro. He went against that LeBron machine. His ass exterminated.
McDoob said, "Is Chris Paul really a leader? What did he do when he had that Clippers team?"
You can't lead when you've never won anything. Like,
right.
Why would people follow you if they know you don't know what it takes to get over the top?
Right.
Ethan said, "Mars, besides Duncan Robinson and Grayson Allen, Julius Randle, worst contract in the NBA?"
The fact that Killian Hayes is being paid by the NBA is the worst contract in the NBA.
How about Chris Paul's contract?
I don't think. I know y'all think Duncan Robinson got a bad deal. I think they quit on him too soon.
That's all that is. That's how I feel about that. I think they gave up on him.
I think if you put, hey, no cap. If you put him with Golden State or the Lakers, he shine, bro.
Hey, as a matter of fact, he ain't been playing that bad this postseason. They don't have no choice but to play him because what's his name's out.
Not just Golden State or the Lakers ticket. Put him with a bunch of other different teams. Put him in Memphis. How much better is he on that Memphis?
If you gave the Bucks Duncan Robinson, I think that.
The Bucks.
Good pick, Mars. That's facts, bro. They just misusing. He's in the doghouse. That's what it is. Exactly. Go ahead, Ron.
Ethan said, as Jared Allen says, feed your local big man.
Feed him. Go to him.
All right, fellas, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Y'all know where to find us at the same time tomorrow. Actually, hold on. One more. Earlier super chat from Big Jeff. He said, yo, Ticket, if Kobe Bryant would have made that shot in Game 1 against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 playoffs and the Lakers down 3-1 in that series, do you believe the Lakers would have overcome that series?
No, because Kobe was compromised. He was hurt, and he wasn't the same type of guy during that series. So, no. I don't think he would have came back and won that series. He was hurt. Hey, Grilltown, I want to get you on the record. Who wins Game 1 tonight, the Lakers or the Warriors?
The Warriors.
Oh, you picking against Jay Reed from Akron?
I ain't picking against.
You ain't no cop. You ain't no cop, right, Jay Reed?
I ain't picking against.
You ain't no cop, right?
I never told you how legendary it is that you call him Jay Reed.
Hey, look, he said that's the greatest player. He said that's the greatest player he ever seen. So
here we go with that bullshit again.
So the greatest player you've ever seen can't beat the 6 seed.
No, I'm saying what Grilltown said.
Yeah, Chilltown.
That's
the
what
greatest player you've ever seen can't beat the 6 seed.
But you still think the Lakers win this series?
No, he has Warriors in 6.
Oh, you picked the Warriors in 6, Grilltown?
He's going against his GOAT. It doesn't make sense.
Grilltown, you picked the Warriors in 6?
I don't trust them other dudes.
Oh,
you don't trust your GOAT.
You done. Hey, Ron. He done. He done. Hey, Grilltown, you are done. I'm cooking your ass forever. You are done. You are done. You really think them dudes? You are done.
I don't. They got to show them other dudes got to show it to me. It ain't James.
You're done, Grilltown. Grilltown, you're done. I swear you're done, bro. You're done.
Talk to us right quick.
Because my ride, they're going to be like 10 minutes late. So I had to come back real quick because y'all brought up that Dillon Brooks situation. And I got to let you know, the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies ought to be ashamed of themselves. This is pitiful. Dillon Brooks is the biggest scapegoat I've seen in a long time. That whole organization should be ashamed of themselves for trying to throw Dillon Brooks under the bus.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie, Chicken. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Dillon for the last 2-3 seasons, everybody was Dillon Brooks. He's this, he's okay, he's that, he's that. Now, hold on, Chicken, hold on. Now all of us, a lot of people were all on Dillon Brooks. As soon as Dillon Brooks, now Chicken, you made a valid point. His first mistake was coming out LeBron James. His second mistake was not backing that talk up. But all this shit is recent with Dillon Brooks. On top of that, you got this little goofy ass little boy playing around with guns in strip clubs, and he got to sit down for 5 games. Hold on. Y'all got this goofy ass child playing around with guns in the strip clubs, and y'all blasting him. This is what you want to be. This is who you want to be.
But
You want to play with guns around people's mothers, daughters, sisters, and wives.
Hold on. I agree with you. Hold on.
No. Hold on, Ticket, real quick. But you want they want to hold him up to higher standards. He out here beating up children and playing with guns in strip clubs. But let this man talk. Let this man come at the GOAT. Let this man come at the king. And all of a sudden, under no circumstances, they was just offering him an extension. Everybody on that team be acting like damn fools. But he's the scapegoat. Hold on. Let's clear this up. Let's clear this up. Yes, John Morant messed up, and he went up to the podium and admit that he messed the team up. What? But hold on. But I'm gonna give you the difference. He still went out there and averaged 26 a game in this series. Dillon Brooks was absolute dog shit. So? He was horse shit. What? I don't care. Period, I don't care if John averaged 35. They lost. So what is that 26 points? No. I'm saying to you. Hold on. I'm saying to you. He talked, but he did his job. He did his job. It's not about talking. I'm saying no. I want to say this to you. Hold on, bro. You called it a long time ago. Dillon, bro. Hold on, bro. But hold on. Let me say this to you. Hey, hold on. Let me say this to you respectfully, bro. Hold on. I want to say when we end the show. I want to say this to you respectfully. Respectfully, bro. Dillon Brooks talked all that shit, bro. And when I watched him go 1 of 8 from the 3-point line in one half, he kept shooting that shit, bro. Yeah, he demoralized his own team. Hold on. He demoralized his own team with his play, bro. And then not only did you not back it up offensively, you didn't do nothing defensively. All you did was talk. And so then after the series, you came out and said you ain't regret nothing you did. Well, he shouldn't.
We will continue this conversation tomorrow morning. Y'all know where to find us. Same time in the morning.